Strength is not found in the absence of struggle. It is not defined by the loud proclamations of confidence or the outward display of perfection. Real strength is quiet. It stands steady in the face of life's chaos, rooted in something deeper than circumstance. This kind of strength does not falter when challenges arise. It bends, adapts, and emerges even stronger. Every person encounters difficulties, loss, criticism, rejection, uncertainty. It is an inevitable part of being alive. Yet, not everyone responds the same way. Some are broken by their burdens, while others seem to grow stronger with each trial. What sets them apart isn't luck or innate ability. It's the way they think, the way they perceive, and the way they choose to respond. It's the strength of their mind that becomes their greatest ally. But here's the truth. An unbreakable mind is not something only a select few are born with. It is not reserved for the wise, the brave, or the privileged. It is a skill that can be learned, a mindset that can be cultivated. It doesn't matter where you start or what you've been through. The strength you seek is already within you, waiting to be uncovered. Life will test you. It always does. People will misunderstand you, question your choices, and sometimes they will hurt you. Circumstances will push you to the edge, tempting you to give up. But in these moments, the power to endure and overcome lies in your ability to stay rooted in what truly matters. Your thoughts, your perspective, and your willingness to adapt determine whether you rise or fall. This is not about ignoring the weight of life's challenges or pretending they don't exist. Strength does not mean avoiding pain. It means embracing it, learning from it, and transforming it. Pain, after all, is a master teacher. It reveals your limits and pushes you beyond them. It shows you the depth of your resilience and the boundless capacity of your spirit. Imagine walking into a storm, not with fear, but with quiet determination. The winds howl, the rain lashes against you, but you keep moving forward, step by step. You don't resist the storm or try to fight it. You accept it as it is and navigate through it with grace. This is what it means to cultivate an unshakable mind. The storm does not define you. Your response to it does. In today's world, it's easy to become overwhelmed by noise. Opinions, distractions, expectations, they pile up, clouding your judgment and pulling you away from what matters most. But clarity and peace are possible, even in the chaos. Strength comes from simplifying, from stripping away the unnecessary and focusing on what you can control. It's about freeing your mind from the clutter and anchoring it in a deeper sense of purpose. This kind of resilience is not built overnight. It's not a sudden transformation or a dramatic change. It's a process, a daily practice of showing up for yourself. It's in the small choices, pausing before reacting, letting go of what you cannot control, and focusing on what you can. It's choosing growth over comfort and progress over perfection. Every time you rise after falling, every time you face discomfort and lean into it, you are building strength. Criticism is unavoidable, but it doesn't have to weaken you. How others perceive you says more about them than it does about you. When you learn to separate your sense of worth from external opinions, you become untouchable. You hear the feedback, but it doesn't consume you. You remain steady, grounded in who you are and what you value. Setbacks will come, and they will hurt, but they are not the end of the story. In fact, they often mark the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with growth, resilience, and transformation. Failure is not something to fear. It is something to learn from. Each stumble is a step closer to discovering your strength, and every obstacle is an opportunity to rise. True power lies in the ability to protect your peace. It's not about shutting out the world or avoiding connections, but about setting boundaries that honor your well-being. Protecting your peace means choosing carefully where you invest your energy and letting go of anything that drains or diminishes you. It is a practice of emotional clarity, a commitment to yourself. Gratitude is a quiet but profound strength. In a culture that often focuses on what's missing, gratitude shifts your perspective to what's already present. It allows you to find light even in the darkest moments and keeps you grounded when life feels overwhelming. Gratitude is not about ignoring pain. It's about recognizing the good that coexists alongside it. Building an unshakable mind is not a sprint. It's a lifelong journey. It requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to grow. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when the weight of it all feels too much. But those are the moments that matter most. Showing up on the hardest days, when every fiber of your being tells you to stop, is how resilience is forged. This is the path to true strength, not the kind that seeks validation or approval, but the kind that comes from within. It's the strength to face life's uncertainties without losing yourself, the strength to weather storms and come out stronger, the strength to live with intention, clarity, and peace. And so, as you take your first steps on this journey, remember this: the unbreakable mind you seek is not something far away. It's not reserved for others or hidden in some unreachable place. It's already within you, waiting to be discovered. Each moment, each challenge, each small victory brings you closer to it. This is your time to begin. There are moments in life when silence becomes the most powerful response, not because words fail, but because restraint reveals wisdom. In the face of provocation, our first instinct is often to react, to lash out, defend, or argue. But those who have mastered their minds know the strength of holding back, of choosing clarity over chaos. They understand that true power lies not in what you say, but in how you choose to respond. This mastery isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about channeling them into purposeful action. It's about seeing the storm and refusing to be swept away. Reactions are easy. They're reflexive, often driven by the heat of the moment. A sharp comment, an angry retort, or a defensive stance. These come naturally. But natural isn't always effective. The ability to pause, reflect, and respond with intention is rare. It's a skill that elevates ordinary interactions into opportunities for growth and understanding. This isn't just about avoiding conflict. It's about cultivating a mindset that prioritizes peace and wisdom over impulse. Mastering this art doesn't just change how others perceive you, it transforms how you navigate life. The first key to mastering non-reaction is awareness. Most people react automatically, without recognizing the triggers that set them off. A critical comment, a rude gesture, or even a simple misunderstanding can spark an emotional fire. To overcome this, you must first learn to identify your triggers. What stirs anger, frustration, or hurt within you? By acknowledging these feelings instead of denying them, you begin to take control. The goal isn't to suppress your emotions, but to create a pause between the stimulus and your response. In that pause lies your power to choose. Breathing is an underrated tool in this process. When emotions surge, your breath becomes shallow, your heart races, and your mind narrows its focus. By consciously taking a deep breath, you interrupt this cycle. A steady breath slows the heart and calms the mind, giving you the space to think clearly. It may sound simple, even trivial, but this small act can change the entire trajectory of a situation. When your breathing steadies, so does your perspective. Clarity emerges when emotions settle. It's tempting to act when feelings are at their peak, but decisions made in such moments are often flawed. Instead, allow yourself the grace to step back. Observe your emotions without judgment, as though you were an outsider looking in. This practice creates emotional distance, enabling you to see the situation for what it is, rather than through the lens of heightened feelings. Perspective is everything. When you detach from the immediacy of your emotions, you gain the ability to assess situations objectively. Silence, too, is a tool of immense power. In a world where everyone feels the need to respond instantly, silence can be disarming. It sends a message that you are not ruled by urgency or provocation. Silence isn't passivity, it's control. It's choosing to speak only when your words add value, not when they fuel the fire. This kind of restraint not only protects your peace, but often diffuses tension in others. People expect reactions. When they don't get one, they are forced to confront their own actions and intentions. Empathy plays a significant role in non-reaction. Often, the behaviors that provoke us stem from the pain or ignorance of others. By considering the source of their actions, you can shift your focus from reacting to understanding. This doesn't mean excusing poor behavior, but it does mean refusing to let it dictate your response. Empathy creates space for patience, and patience is the foundation of measured responses. Boundaries are another essential aspect of mastering non-reaction. While it's important to remain calm and composed, this doesn't mean tolerating disrespect or harm. Setting clear, firm boundaries ensures that your restraint is not mistaken for weakness. Boundaries allow you to maintain your dignity and self-respect while staying rooted in clarity. They are not walls meant to shut people out, but guidelines for how you will engage with the world. Non-reaction is deeply tied to the concept of letting go. Much of what we react to in life stems from our need to control or our attachment to specific outcomes. Someone says something hurtful, and we react because we feel the need to defend ourselves or correct their perception of us. But what if their opinion doesn't matter? What if their words have no bearing on your worth? By letting go of the need to control how others see you or how situations unfold, you free yourself from the cycle of reaction. Detachment doesn't mean apathy, it means freedom. It's the ability to engage with the world without being enslaved by it. When you practice detachment, you can face provocations with calm because your sense of self isn't tied to external validation. You no longer need to prove yourself to anyone, and in that freedom lies immense strength. This strength allows you to focus on what truly matters rather than getting caught up in petty disputes or unnecessary conflicts. Over time, mastering non-reaction becomes a habit. It's not a switch you flip overnight, but a practice you cultivate daily. Start small. The next time someone cuts you off in traffic or says something irritating, pause. Take a breath. Decide if the situation truly requires a response. Most often, it doesn't. Each time you choose restraint, you strengthen your ability to remain composed. This practice builds over time, creating a foundation of resilience that serves you in even the most challenging situations. This approach doesn't just benefit you, it impacts everyone around you. When you respond with clarity instead of emotion, you create an environment of calm and understanding. You become a source of stability for others, someone they can look to for guidance and strength. This doesn't mean suppressing who you are or hiding your emotions. It means channeling them in ways that foster growth and connection. Every moment of restraint, every pause before action, every measured response is a step toward mastery. This isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about becoming the kind of person who can face life's challenges with grace and confidence. It's about choosing clarity over chaos, wisdom over impulse, and peace over turmoil. In mastering the art of non-reaction, you don't just protect your mind, you elevate it. Restraint creates space for clarity, and clarity thrives in simplicity. While non-reaction builds the foundation for inner strength, it is simplicity that fortifies the structure. A cluttered mind is like a chaotic room. You can't find what you need, and the noise overwhelms you. Simplicity is not about having less, but about focusing on what truly matters. It is the art of clearing the unnecessary to make room for what is essential, and in that clarity lies unshakable resilience. Mental clutter doesn't just come from external distractions. It's also born from unresolved thoughts, unexamined beliefs, and the relentless chase for more. Each of these elements competes for your attention, leaving you feeling scattered and drained. The modern world, with its endless notifications, competing priorities, and societal pressures, has made simplicity a forgotten art. Yet, simplicity is the antidote to overwhelm. When you focus on what truly matters, you regain control over your mind and your life. The first step toward simplicity is awareness of the clutter. Without realizing it, many carry the weight of unnecessary obligations, unhelpful habits, and draining relationships. These burdens accumulate over time, creating mental noise that drowns out clarity. To clear this clutter, start by asking yourself one question: does this add value to my life? If it doesn't, it may be time to let it go. This isn't about rejecting responsibility, but about redefining priorities. Not every battle is yours to fight, and not every task deserves your energy. Simplicity also requires a shift in mindset. Many people equate busyness with productivity and possessions with success, yet both can lead to burnout and dissatisfaction. A simple life isn't about doing less, but about doing what matters. It's about saying no to the distractions that pull you away from your goals, and yes to the actions that bring you closer to them. When your actions align with your values, your mind becomes focused and purposeful, free from the chaos of conflicting priorities. Technology is one of the biggest contributors to mental clutter. While it offers convenience, it also demands constant attention, pulling you in multiple directions. Simplifying your relationship with technology is a powerful way to reclaim mental space. Start by setting boundaries. Turn off unnecessary notifications, designate screen-free times, and resist the urge to check your phone every few minutes. These small steps create a sense of control over your attention, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. Clarity also comes from physical surroundings. A cluttered space often mirrors a cluttered mind. Simplifying your environment can have a profound impact on your mental state. When your surroundings are organized and free of unnecessary items, your mind can focus without distraction. This doesn't mean living with bare walls, but choosing intentionally what you keep around you. Each item should serve a purpose or bring joy, not add to the noise. Simplicity extends beyond physical and digital spaces. It also applies to relationships. Not every connection in your life will be positive or supportive. Some relationships drain energy, while others uplift and inspire. Clearing mental clutter involves being intentional about who you allow into your inner circle. This doesn't mean cutting people off impulsively, but being mindful of how much access they have to your time and energy. Surround yourself with those who align with your values and contribute positively to your life. Simplifying your thoughts is perhaps the most transformative aspect of this process. The mind naturally generates a constant stream of ideas, worries, and judgments, many of which are neither helpful nor accurate. These thoughts, when left unchecked, create unnecessary stress and confusion. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for cutting through this clutter. By observing your thoughts without judgment, you can distinguish between what deserves your attention and what can be released. Not every thought is a call to action, and not every worry requires a solution. The language you use also shapes the complexity of your mind. Words are not just communication tools, but reflections of thought patterns. Simplifying your inner dialogue can help clear mental clutter. Replace harsh self-criticism with constructive self-talk, and avoid overanalyzing situations that are out of your control. The stories you tell yourself about who you are and what you're capable of influence your mental state. Choose a narrative that empowers rather than hinders you. Another aspect of simplicity is learning to embrace the power of fewer choices. Decision fatigue is real, and having too many options can be paralyzing. Simplifying your decision-making process, whether by limiting choices or creating routines, frees mental energy for what truly matters. For example, adopting a consistent morning routine eliminates the need to decide how to start your day, allowing you to begin with clarity and focus. Practicing gratitude also clears mental clutter. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you reduce the mental noise of endless striving. Gratitude grounds you in the present moment, where simplicity thrives. It shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, reminding you that fulfillment comes not from having more, but from appreciating enough. Clearing mental clutter isn't a one-time act. It's an ongoing process. Life is dynamic, and new distractions and obligations will always arise. The key is to cultivate habits that maintain simplicity over time. Regular reflection helps you stay aligned with your priorities and adjust as needed. Periodically ask yourself, what am I holding on to that no longer serves me? This practice ensures that your mind remains a space of clarity and focus. One of the most profound effects of simplicity is the way it enhances resilience. When your mind is free from unnecessary clutter, you have more capacity to face challenges with clarity and composure. Simplicity creates space for creativity, problem-solving, and emotional balance. It allows you to respond to life's difficulties with strength and purpose rather than being overwhelmed by noise. Ultimately, simplicity is not about deprivation, but liberation. It is the freedom to focus on what truly matters, to live with intention rather than reaction. It is a mindset that prioritizes depth over breadth, quality over quantity. In embracing simplicity, you discover that resilience is not built by adding more, but by letting go of what weighs you down. The strength that emerges from this clarity is unshakable, a foundation upon which you can build a life of purpose and peace. Simplicity clears the path, but focus determines the direction. Once mental clutter is removed, the next step is to channel your energy into what truly matters. Strength is wasted when it's spread too thin, chasing control over things that were never yours to command. The secret to living with clarity and purpose lies in understanding the boundary between what is within your power and what is not. This boundary, though simple in concept, is profound in practice. It is the key to unlocking both inner peace and enduring resilience. The dichotomy of control, a central tenet of Stoicism, is not about resignation or passivity. It is about empowerment. It is the understanding that while you cannot control the world around you, you have full authority over how you engage with it. Your thoughts, your actions, your choices, these are the realms where your influence is absolute. Beyond these, all else is external and beyond your reach. To live by this principle is to reclaim energy otherwise wasted on worry, frustration, and futile attempts to manipulate outcomes. The first step in embracing this mindset is to deeply examine the situations in your life. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, release it. Letting go of what cannot be changed is not defeat. It is freedom. Holding on to the illusion of control over external events, whether it's the opinions of others, the weather, or even your past, is a source of endless anxiety. By relinquishing this illusion, you free your mind to focus on what truly matters. This practice doesn't come easily. People often feel compelled to exert influence over things outside their power because of fear of uncertainty, fear of failure, fear of being judged. Yet, fear is rooted in misunderstanding. The future is inherently unpredictable, and the actions of others are shaped by their own choices, not yours. Trying to control these elements is like trying to hold water in your hands. The tighter you grasp, the faster it slips away. Focusing only on what you can control brings clarity to your decisions. It allows you to approach challenges with purpose, knowing your energy is directed where it can have real impact. This is especially powerful when facing adversity. For example, in the face of a setback, you cannot undo what has happened, but you can control how you respond. You can choose to dwell on frustration or take steps forward. This choice, your response, is always within your power. Your thoughts are the foundation of the dichotomy of control. While external events unfold as they will, your interpretation of them is entirely your own. Two people can experience the same event, but perceive it differently, depending on their mindset. By focusing on shaping your thoughts, you take control of the narrative within your mind. Instead of seeing obstacles as insurmountable, you can view them as opportunities to grow. This reframing transforms your experience, shifting it from a place of helplessness to one of empowerment. Your actions are another area where your control is absolute. While outcomes may not always align with your intentions, the effort you put forth is yours to command. This is why the Stoics emphasize the importance of aligning actions with values rather than results. When you act with integrity and purpose, you find fulfillment regardless of external outcomes. This detachment from results doesn't diminish your drive. Instead, it strengthens your resolve by freeing you from the weight of uncertainty. One of the greatest challenges in practicing the dichotomy of control is the influence of other people. Their opinions, reactions, and choices often feel deeply personal, yet they are outside your control. The need for approval or fear of rejection can lead to actions that stray from your true values. Releasing this need allows you to live authentically. What others think of you is their concern, not yours. When you focus on your own thoughts and actions, you liberate yourself from the burden of external validation. The dichotomy of control also applies to your emotions. While feelings arise naturally, how you handle them is within your control. You may feel anger, sadness, or frustration, but you can choose not to act impulsively on these emotions. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings, but rather understanding and channeling them in constructive ways. By practicing emotional regulation, you strengthen your ability to navigate life with clarity and grace. Accepting what is beyond your control does not mean passivity. It means engaging with the world on your own terms. For example, you cannot control the outcome of an exam, but you can control how you prepare. You cannot control whether someone accepts your apology, but you can control whether you offer it with sincerity. By focusing on what you can do, you empower yourself to take meaningful action. Practicing gratitude is a powerful way to reinforce the dichotomy of control. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is present. When you appreciate what you have, you let go of the need to control outcomes or chase what lies beyond your reach. Gratitude grounds you in the present, where your power truly resides. The past and future are two areas where people often lose focus. The past cannot be changed, and the future is uncertain. Worrying about either distracts from the only place where your control exists, the present moment. By directing your attention to the here and now, you reclaim your power. This doesn't mean ignoring the past or future, but engaging with them constructively. Learn from the past, plan for the future, but live fully in the present. Patience is essential in embracing the dichotomy of control. Change takes time, and not every effort yields immediate results. Patience allows you to persist without becoming discouraged. It is the quiet strength that keeps you moving forward, even when progress feels slow. When you trust the process and focus on what you can do each day, you build resilience over time. One of the most profound outcomes of living by this principle is the sense of inner peace it brings. When you stop trying to control the uncontrollable, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and disappointment. You come to understand that peace is not found in perfect circumstances, but in the ability to navigate imperfect ones with grace. This peace is not fragile. It is rooted in the unshakable foundation of self-mastery. The dichotomy of control is not a limitation, but a liberation. It shifts your focus from the vast and overwhelming to the manageable and meaningful. It reminds you that while you cannot dictate every event in life, you have complete authority over how you respond. In this understanding lies the strength to face life's uncertainties with confidence and calm. By practicing this principle, you reclaim your energy, align your actions with your values, and cultivate a resilience that no external force can shake. This is where true power resides. When clarity aligns with control, what follows is action. Knowing where your focus belongs is powerful, but without consistent effort, that power fades. Discipline is the bridge between intention and achievement, the tool that transforms fleeting motivation into enduring results. Inner fortitude is not built in moments of ease, but in the quiet, often unnoticed choices you make each day. It is these small, deliberate actions that shape your resilience and lay the foundation for a mind and character that remain unshaken. Discipline begins with commitment, not to a lofty ideal, but to the simple, sometimes mundane tasks that align with your greater purpose. A disciplined person doesn't rely on how they feel in the moment. They rely on their decisions. This is what separates those who act from those who merely wish. Discipline is the practice of showing up, whether or not the conditions are ideal. It's the act of creating momentum, even when motivation is nowhere to be found. A powerful way to begin cultivating discipline is to focus on routines. Routines create structure, and structure reduces the mental energy required to make decisions. When certain actions become automatic, like waking up at the same time each day or starting your morning with a specific ritual, you free your mind to focus on more complex tasks. These routines serve as anchors, grounding you amidst the chaos of life and reinforcing your sense of control over your day. Starting small is essential in building discipline. Trying to overhaul your habits all at once often leads to burnout and discouragement. Instead, begin with manageable changes. Commit to 5 minutes of a new practice rather than an hour. What matters most is consistency. Each small victory reinforces your belief in your ability to follow through, and over time, these small steps lead to significant transformation. The key is to build trust with yourself, proving day by day that you can keep the promises you make. Accountability strengthens discipline. Sharing your goals with someone you trust or tracking your progress can provide the extra push needed to stay on course. However, this accountability should never replace your intrinsic drive. The ultimate goal is to cultivate a sense of responsibility that comes from within. External validation may motivate temporarily, but lasting discipline is built on a personal commitment to growth. One of the challenges of discipline is navigating discomfort. Growth often requires stepping into situations that feel unfamiliar or uncomfortable. Whether it's waking up early, completing a difficult task, or pushing through fatigue, discipline demands that you prioritize long-term benefits over immediate gratification. This ability to delay gratification is a hallmark of inner fortitude. It's not about denying pleasure, but about choosing the satisfaction that comes from progress over the fleeting comfort of avoidance. Mindset plays a crucial role in maintaining discipline. Instead of focusing on the difficulty of a task, Shift your perspective to the benefits it brings. Reframing challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles reduces resistance and increases your willingness to engage. Discipline becomes less about forcing yourself to act and more about aligning your actions with your values and goals. Resilience grows as you face setbacks without abandoning your commitments. Discipline is not about perfection, but persistence. There will be days when you falter or fall short. These moments are not failures. They are opportunities to recalibrate and recommit. What matters is how quickly you return to the path. Each time you do, you strengthen your resolve and prove to yourself that you can overcome adversity. Energy management is another critical aspect of discipline. Your capacity for focus and effort is not unlimited, and overcommitting can lead to exhaustion. Balance is key. Prioritize rest and recovery alongside effort. This doesn't mean avoiding hard work, but recognizing that sustainable progress requires periods of restoration. When your energy is replenished, your ability to stay disciplined improves. Clarity of purpose drives discipline forward. Without a clear understanding of why you're working toward a goal, it's easy to lose motivation. Take the time to define what matters most to you and why. Write it down. Reflect on it often. This sense of purpose will act as a guiding force, reminding you of the bigger picture when daily tasks feel tedious or challenging. Discipline also requires adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and rigid adherence to plans can sometimes hinder rather than help. The key is to maintain your commitment to the goal while being flexible in your approach. If one method isn't working, adjust. If unexpected obstacles arise, find an alternative path. Adaptability ensures that your discipline remains a source of strength rather than a source of frustration. Gratitude enhances discipline by shifting your focus to what is already working well in your life. Instead of fixating on what you haven't achieved, take time to acknowledge the progress you've made. Gratitude fosters a positive mindset, which in turn fuels your ability to stay consistent. It reminds you that the journey itself is valuable, not just the destination. Visualization can be a powerful tool in strengthening discipline. Take a few moments each day to picture yourself succeeding in your efforts. Visualize the specific actions you'll take and the rewards they'll bring. This mental rehearsal prepares your mind for action and reinforces your commitment. It creates a sense of familiarity with success, making it easier to stay on track. Self-compassion is an often overlooked aspect of discipline. Many people equate discipline with harshness, but true discipline is rooted in care for yourself. It's the recognition that you deserve the rewards that come from effort and consistency. Treat yourself with kindness, especially on difficult days. Encourage rather than criticize. This self-support builds the emotional resilience needed to sustain discipline over the long term. Boundaries are essential in protecting your discipline. Distractions and external demands can easily pull you off course if you don't set limits. Learn to say no to commitments that don't align with your priorities. Create environments that support your efforts, whether by eliminating temptations or organizing your space for efficiency. These boundaries safeguard the mental and emotional energy needed to stay disciplined. Reflection solidifies discipline into habit. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to review your actions. Celebrate what you did well and identify areas for improvement. This practice keeps you engaged with your goals and provides valuable insights for adjusting your approach. Over time, reflection deepens your understanding of what works best for you and reinforces your commitment. In the practice of daily discipline, the journey is just as important as the destination. Each act of effort, no matter how small, contributes to the strength of your character. Over time, these actions compound, creating a foundation of inner fortitude that can withstand any challenge. Discipline is not a restriction, it is a gift you give yourself, a commitment to your growth, resilience, and ability to thrive in the face of life's uncertainties. Through discipline, you build a life not defined by circumstance, but by the strength of your will and the clarity of your purpose. Discipline shapes the foundation, but what truly tests it are the moments when life doesn't go as planned. The unexpected challenges, the failures, the disappointments, these are the crossroads where growth is either embraced or resisted. A disciplined mind can stand firm, but a resilient heart knows how to rise, learn, and thrive from every setback. Setbacks are not just disruptions. They are opportunities in disguise, waiting to be transformed into stepping stones for growth. It begins with how you perceive the challenges in your path. A setback often feels personal, as though it defines your worth or limits your potential. However, its true nature is neither personal nor permanent. It is a moment, not a lifetime, and how you respond to it determines its impact. Reframing setbacks as moments of redirection rather than defeat allows you to approach them with curiosity and openness rather than fear. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" ask, "What can this teach me?" Growth starts when you strip away judgment from the situation. Setbacks are not failures, they are feedback. They reveal what didn't work, what needs adjustment, and where to focus your efforts. This perspective shift allows you to see setbacks as part of the process, not a departure from it. Growth is rarely linear, and the most significant progress often comes from the times when things don't go as expected. Reflection is a crucial step in transforming setbacks into growth. After encountering a challenge, take time to analyze what happened. Consider the decisions, actions, and circumstances that led to the outcome. Be honest with yourself without falling into self-criticism. The goal is not to assign blame, but to understand. What could have been done differently? What factors were beyond your control? Reflection turns setbacks into lessons, ensuring they contribute to your development rather than become repetitive patterns. Embracing accountability is equally important. When you accept responsibility for your role in a setback, you reclaim your power to change the outcome in the future. Accountability is not about guilt or shame. It is about ownership. It is the recognition that while you may not control every aspect of a situation, you always control your response. Taking ownership of your actions empowers you to make intentional choices moving forward. Resilience is built in how you handle the emotional weight of setbacks. Disappointment, frustration, and even grief are natural reactions, but they don't have to define your journey. Allow yourself to feel these emotions without letting them take over. Acknowledge their presence, but remain committed to moving forward. Emotional resilience doesn't mean avoiding pain. It means learning how to carry it without being crushed by it. Flexibility is another vital aspect of growth. Setbacks often require you to adapt, whether by changing your approach, adjusting your expectations, or exploring new opportunities. Rigidity in the face of challenges can lead to frustration, but flexibility opens the door to possibilities you may not have considered. A setback might close one path, but reveal another that is even more aligned with your goals. The ability to seek support is a strength, not a weakness. When setbacks feel overwhelming, turning to trusted friends, mentors, or loved ones can provide perspective and encouragement. Sharing your struggles can offer insights you might not see on your own and remind you that you're not alone. Growth is not a solitary journey. It thrives in connection and collaboration. Gratitude transforms the way you perceive setbacks. Even in moments of difficulty, there is always something to appreciate. A lesson learned, a hidden opportunity, or the resilience you discover within yourself. Gratitude doesn't minimize the challenge. It highlights the value it brings. By focusing on what you've gained rather than what you've lost, you shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Consistency in action is key to moving beyond setbacks. Progress often feels slow in the aftermath of a challenge, but steady effort ensures you keep moving forward. Even small steps, taken consistently, build momentum over time. This persistence reinforces your belief in your ability to overcome obstacles and achieve your goals. Self-compassion is essential in the process of growth. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend facing a similar situation. Self-criticism may feel productive in the moment, but it often undermines your confidence and motivation. Growth flourishes in an environment of support, and that includes the way you speak to yourself. Perspective is a powerful tool for transforming setbacks. Consider the challenge within the broader context of your life. Will this setback matter in a year, 5 years, or 10? Often, the things that feel monumental in the moment are temporary when viewed in hindsight. Perspective allows you to approach setbacks with a sense of proportion, reducing their emotional impact and helping you focus on the bigger picture. Creativity thrives in adversity. Setbacks often force you to think outside the box and explore solutions you wouldn't have considered otherwise. This process not only resolves the immediate challenge, but also strengthens your problem-solving skills for the future. By approaching setbacks as creative opportunities, you transform them into catalysts for innovation and growth. Patience is vital in navigating setbacks. Growth takes time, and progress is not always immediate. Patience allows you to trust the process and remain committed even when results aren't visible. It reminds you that setbacks are not the end, but a part of the journey. By cultivating patience, you build the endurance needed to persevere through challenges. Celebrating small victories along the way reinforces your progress. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a testament to your resilience and determination. Acknowledging these milestones keeps you motivated and reminds you of your capacity to overcome adversity. Celebration doesn't have to be grand. It's the act of recognizing your efforts and honoring your growth. The most profound growth often comes from the most difficult setbacks. Challenges reveal your strengths, clarify your priorities, and deepen your understanding of yourself. They teach you to navigate uncertainty with courage and grace, turning moments of struggle into sources of empowerment. By embracing setbacks as stepping stones, you build a life defined not by what happens to you, but by how you rise in response. Transformation requires commitment, effort, and a willingness to learn. Setbacks are not failures, they are invitations to grow. With every challenge you face, you have the opportunity to refine your character, strengthen your resolve, and move closer to the person you aspire to be. Growth is not about avoiding difficulty, but about facing it with the determination to emerge stronger. This is where true resilience is forged, and this is how you turn setbacks into stepping stones for a life of purpose and progress. Growth begins when setbacks are reframed, but true transformation emerges when adversity is embraced fully. Adversity has a way of revealing parts of yourself you didn't know existed, hidden reserves of strength, courage, and resilience. It's not the adversity itself that defines you, but how you engage with it. Those who rise above challenges don't just survive, they thrive, using hardship as a forge for their character. The hardest lessons often hold the most profound truths, shaping you into someone capable of enduring, learning, and leading. Adversity forces you to confront the limits of your comfort zone. In times of ease, routines and familiar patterns dominate, but challenges disrupt these rhythms, requiring you to adapt. This disruption is not a punishment, but an opportunity. When you meet adversity with curiosity rather than resistance, you open the door to growth. It allows you to question assumptions, explore new approaches, and discover capabilities you never realized you had. One of the greatest lessons adversity teaches is humility. Hardship strips away the illusion of control, reminding you that no one is immune to life's unpredictability. This humility isn't weakness, it is clarity. It allows you to approach life with a sense of gratitude for what you have and an awareness of how fragile it can be. Humility also strengthens connections with others. When you acknowledge your struggles, you create space for empathy, understanding, and support. Adversity also teaches perseverance. It forces you to keep going when the path is unclear and progress feels slow. Perseverance is not about ignoring pain or pretending challenges don't exist. It's about continuing despite them. Each step forward, no matter how small, builds resilience and reinforces your belief in your ability to endure. This mindset transforms setbacks into stepping stones, each one a marker of your progress and determination. Resilience isn't built in comfort, it's forged in struggle. Adversity pushes you to find solutions, develop strategies, and sharpen your problem-solving skills. These abilities extend far beyond the immediate challenge, equipping you to navigate future obstacles with greater confidence. The strength you gain from adversity becomes a part of who you are, a resource you can draw on whenever life tests you. Perspective is another gift of adversity. When you face difficulties, you are reminded of what truly matters. The small frustrations that once consumed your energy fade in significance, replaced by a focus on the bigger picture. Adversity clarifies your values, helping you prioritize what is most important and let go of distractions. This clarity brings a sense of purpose that can guide you through even the toughest challenges. Adversity also cultivates creativity. When familiar solutions fail, you are forced to think differently, explore new approaches, and take risks. This innovation doesn't just resolve immediate problems, it expands your mindset, encouraging flexibility and adaptability. Creativity born from adversity fosters a willingness to embrace change, knowing that challenges often hold the seeds of new opportunities. Hardship strengthens relationships. In times of adversity, you often discover who truly stands by your side. These moments reveal the depth of your connections and the power of shared resilience. Supporting others and allowing them to support you creates bonds that are unshakable. Adversity fosters trust, empathy, and understanding, deepening relationships and creating a sense of community. Adversity also challenges your perceptions of failure. It teaches you that failure is not the end, but a stepping stone toward growth. Each setback provides valuable insights, showing you what doesn't work and guiding you toward what does. When you stop fearing failure and start embracing it as a teacher, you unlock your potential for continuous improvement. Courage is born in the face of adversity. It's not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. Hardship teaches you to confront uncertainty with bravery, knowing that the strength to endure lies within you. Each act of courage builds confidence, reinforcing your ability to face future challenges with resolve. Adversity also reveals the importance of self-care. When life becomes overwhelming, taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being is crucial. This care isn't a luxury, but a necessity, providing the foundation you need to navigate challenges effectively. Adversity teaches you to listen to your needs, set boundaries, and prioritize practices that restore your energy and focus. Gratitude deepens during times of adversity. Challenges highlight what you might have taken for granted, bringing a renewed appreciation for the people, experiences, and opportunities in your life. Gratitude shifts your perspective, helping you see the good even in difficult circumstances. It reminds you that even in hardship, there is much to be thankful for. Patience grows in adversity. Progress is rarely immediate, and the path forward is often uncertain. Adversity teaches you to trust the process, knowing that growth takes time. This patience isn't passive. It's an active choice to keep moving forward, even when the destination feels far away. It's the understanding that each effort, no matter how small, contributes to your journey. Adversity also cultivates self-awareness. Challenges force you to examine your strengths, weaknesses, and motivations, providing an opportunity for introspection and growth. This self-awareness allows you to approach life with greater authenticity, making decisions that align with your values and goals. It helps you recognize patterns, break unhelpful habits, and develop a deeper understanding of yourself. Adversity inspires purpose. When faced with hardship, you often discover a renewed sense of meaning. The challenges you overcome become a part of your story, shaping your identity and guiding your future. Purpose gives you the strength to persevere, providing a reason to keep going even when the path is difficult. It transforms adversity into a source of empowerment, fueling your determination and drive. Empathy flourishes in adversity. Experiencing hardship helps you understand and relate to the struggles of others, fostering compassion and kindness. This empathy strengthens connections and reminds you of the shared humanity that binds us all. It encourages you to support others and seek support when needed, creating a network of resilience that benefits everyone. Adversity also strengthens your ability to adapt. Life rarely unfolds as planned, and challenges often require you to adjust your approach. This adaptability is not just a survival skill, it's a strength that allows you to thrive in an ever-changing world. Adversity teaches you to let go of rigidity and embrace flexibility, knowing that growth often comes from exploring new paths. Self-compassion deepens during adversity. Hardship can bring self-doubt and criticism, but it also provides an opportunity to practice kindness toward yourself. Treating yourself with care and understanding fosters resilience, reminding you that you are worthy of support and encouragement, even in the face of difficulty. Self-compassion helps you recover more quickly from setbacks and approach challenges with renewed strength. Adversity highlights the importance of focusing on what you can control. When faced with challenges, it's easy to become overwhelmed by factors beyond your influence. Adversity teaches you to redirect your energy toward the areas where you can make a difference. This focus not only reduces stress, but also empowers you to take meaningful action. Through adversity, you learn that growth is not always linear. There will be setbacks, pauses, and detours, but each step contributes to your journey. The challenges you face are not obstacles, but opportunities to deepen your resilience, clarify your values, and strengthen your character. Adversity is not something to be feared or avoided. It is a teacher, guiding you toward greater strength, wisdom, and purpose. By embracing hardship as an essential part of the journey, you unlock your potential to rise above any challenge and build a life defined by courage, connection, and growth. Adversity shapes resilience, but holding on to the emotions it stirs can erode your peace of mind. Strength isn't just about facing challenges, it's about knowing when to release the weight they leave behind. Emotional detachment is not indifference or coldness, it's clarity and control. It's the ability to feel deeply but act wisely, to care without being consumed, and to protect your peace in a world that constantly seeks to disrupt it. Emotional detachment begins with awareness. Many people are unaware of how much power they give to external situations, allowing others' actions, words, or attitudes to dictate their inner state. This unconscious surrender of peace is a form of self-neglect. The first step in detachment is recognizing when you've allowed your emotions to be tethered to something beyond your control. Once you see the connection, you can begin to loosen its grip. Clarity emerges when you separate your identity from the events around you. People often internalize external negativity, believing that a rude comment, a failure, or a disappointment reflects their worth. Detachment allows you to see these events for what they are, temporary and external. They do not define who you are or dictate your value. This shift in perspective frees you from the cycle of emotional reactivity. Boundaries are essential in cultivating emotional detachment. Without clear boundaries, it's easy to absorb the emotions of others, taking on their stress, anger, or frustration as your own. Healthy boundaries protect your emotional space, allowing you to engage with others without losing yourself. Setting these boundaries requires clarity about your limits and the courage to communicate them. Boundaries are not walls, they are lines of respect that safeguard your well-being. Practicing presence is another key to detachment. Emotions often spiral out of control when your mind drifts into the past or future. Regret and guilt anchor you in what has already happened, while anxiety and fear pull you into what might come. The present moment is where your power lies. By grounding yourself in the here and now, you regain control over your thoughts and emotions, reducing the influence of external events. Letting go of expectations is a profound act of detachment. Much emotional suffering arises from clinging to how you think things should be, rather than accepting how they are. Expectations create rigid frameworks that life often refuses to fit into, leading to disappointment and frustration. Detachment allows you to approach situations with openness, focusing on effort rather than outcome. This mindset not only protects your peace, but also increases your adaptability. Releasing the need for validation is a cornerstone of emotional detachment. When your sense of worth depends on others' approval, you give them control over your inner state. Detachment means recognizing that your value is inherent, not something that can be given or taken away by others. This freedom allows you to engage with the world authentically, without the constant pull of seeking validation. Practicing emotional detachment doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. It means acknowledging them without letting them dictate your actions. Emotions are natural and valid, but they are not permanent or all-encompassing. Detachment creates space between feeling and reacting, giving you the power to choose your response. This space is where wisdom and clarity reside. Perspective plays a crucial role in detachment. Stepping back from a situation allows you to see it in its full context, rather than through the lens of immediate emotion. What feels overwhelming in the moment often diminishes when viewed from a distance. Perspective reminds you that most events are fleeting, reducing their emotional impact and helping you focus on what truly matters. Detachment also involves recognizing the difference between responsibility and over-responsibility. Caring for others is admirable, but taking on their problems as your own can drain your emotional energy. Detachment allows you to support others without losing your balance. It's the understanding that you can offer help without bearing the weight of someone else's emotions or choices. Gratitude fosters detachment by shifting your focus from lack to abundance. When you're consumed by what's wrong, gratitude reminds you of what's right. It grounds you in the positive aspects of your life, reducing the emotional charge of negative events. Gratitude doesn't ignore challenges. It reframes them within the broader context of your blessings. Detachment grows through mindfulness. By observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment, you learn to see them as passing experiences rather than fixed realities. Mindfulness helps you detach from the stories your mind creates, allowing you to respond to life with clarity and intentionality. It reminds you that emotions are temporary visitors, not permanent residents. Forgiveness is a powerful act of detachment. Holding on to anger or resentment ties you to the very thing that caused your pain. Forgiveness doesn't excuse the behavior, it frees you from its hold. By letting go of the emotional burden, you reclaim your peace and redirect your energy toward healing and growth. Self-compassion deepens detachment. It's easy to be hard on yourself when emotions run high, but self-criticism only intensifies the turmoil. Detachment involves treating yourself with kindness, understanding that everyone experiences emotional struggles. This compassion creates a foundation of self-trust, allowing you to navigate challenges with confidence and grace. Emotional detachment thrives in simplicity. Complexity breeds confusion, and confusion amplifies emotional reactivity. Simplifying your life, whether through decluttering your environment, streamlining your commitments, or clarifying your priorities, reduces the emotional noise that clouds your judgment. Simplicity creates space for detachment to flourish. Detachment also involves accepting uncertainty. Life is unpredictable, and trying to control every outcome is a recipe for stress. Detachment teaches you to embrace uncertainty with curiosity rather than fear, trusting in your ability to adapt. This acceptance reduces the emotional charge of unpredictable events, allowing you to respond with calmness and resilience. Rest is an often overlooked aspect of detachment. Emotional reactivity is heightened when you're physically or mentally exhausted. Prioritizing rest and self-care replenishes your energy, strengthening your ability to detach from emotional triggers. Rest is not a weakness. It's a tool for maintaining balance and clarity. Detachment is not a one-time act, but a lifelong practice. Each moment offers an opportunity to release what no longer serves you, whether it's an emotion, expectation, or attachment. The more you practice, the stronger your ability to protect your peace becomes. Detachment is not about shutting yourself off from the world. It's about engaging with it from a place of strength, clarity, and control. Through detachment, you discover that peace of mind is not something external to be sought, but something internal to be cultivated. It's the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you can face life's uncertainties without losing yourself. By embracing emotional detachment, you reclaim your power, protect your peace, and create a foundation of unshakable strength that carries you through every moment. Detachment protects your peace, but the real battle often takes place within your own mind. Thoughts have the power to shape your reality, to build you up or tear you down. Negative thoughts, if left unchecked, become a constant whisper of doubt, fear, and self-criticism. Silencing these thoughts isn't about denying their existence. It's about recognizing their influence and taking control. When you cultivate a fortress of positive thinking, you create a space where negativity cannot thrive and resilience can grow. The first step in silencing negative thoughts is awareness. Often these thoughts run on autopilot, slipping into your mind unnoticed and unchallenged. Pay attention to your inner dialogue. What patterns emerge? Are you quick to assume the worst, dwell on failures, or criticize yourself? Awareness brings these patterns to light, allowing you to confront them head-on. Once exposed, they lose some of their power. Challenging negative thoughts is essential. Many of these thoughts are distortions, exaggerating fears, or focusing only on flaws. When you catch a negative thought, question its validity. Is it based on fact or assumption? Would you say the same thing to a loved one in your position? Reframing these thoughts with a more balanced perspective creates space for positivity to take root. Positive thinking isn't about ignoring reality. It's about choosing how to respond to it. Difficult situations arise, but they don't have to define your mindset. Instead of dwelling on what's wrong, focus on what can be learned or gained. Positive thinking finds opportunities in setbacks, strength in struggles, and hope in uncertainty. It's a mindset that seeks solutions rather than surrendering to despair. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to negativity. When you focus on what you're thankful for, you shift your attention from lack to abundance. Gratitude doesn't erase challenges, but it puts them into perspective. Start by noting 3 things you're grateful for each day, no matter how small. This practice rewires your brain to notice the good and cultivates a habit of positivity. Surrounding yourself with positivity strengthens your mental fortress. The people, media, and environments you engage with influence your thoughts more than you may realize. Seek out uplifting conversations, inspirational content, and environments that energize you. Limiting exposure to negativity, whether in the form of toxic relationships or endless doom scrolling, protects your mental state. Visualization is a tool for training your mind toward positivity. Spend time each day visualizing the outcomes you desire and the person you aspire to be. See yourself succeeding, thriving, and overcoming challenges with confidence. Visualization isn't just daydreaming. It's a focused mental rehearsal that prepares you to take positive action and align your thoughts with your goals. Positive affirmations reinforce a healthy mindset. By repeating statements that affirm your worth, potential, and resilience, you counteract the negative narratives in your mind. These affirmations might feel unnatural at first, but over time, they reshape your self-perception. Speak them aloud, write them down, or repeat them silently. Let them become the foundation of your inner dialogue. Action plays a vital role in silencing negative thoughts. Thoughts feed on inaction, spiraling into doubt and fear when left unchallenged. By taking even small steps toward your goals, you disrupt this cycle. Action builds confidence and shifts your focus from what might go wrong to what you can achieve. Each step forward strengthens your belief in yourself. Mindfulness grounds you in the present, reducing the influence of negative thoughts about the past or future. When your mind starts to spiral, bring your attention back to the here and now. Focus on your breath, your surroundings, or a single task. Mindfulness creates a space where negativity cannot dominate, allowing positivity to emerge. Self-compassion transforms the way you handle negative thoughts. Instead of berating yourself for having them, approach them with understanding. Everyone struggles with doubt and fear. It's part of being human. Treat yourself with the kindness and patience you would offer a friend. Self-compassion breaks the cycle of self-criticism and creates room for positivity to grow. Rewriting your inner narrative takes practice, but yields lasting change. The stories you tell yourself shape your identity and behavior. If your narrative is filled with "I can't" or "I'm not good enough," it limits your potential. Replace these stories with empowering ones. "I'm capable. I'm learning. I can handle this." Over time, these new narratives become your reality. Physical well-being supports mental positivity. Exercise, nutrition, and sleep all influence your mood and thought patterns. Movement releases endorphins, reduces stress, and boosts confidence, while proper nutrition fuels your brain. Rest replenishes your mental energy, making it easier to challenge negativity. Taking care of your body creates a solid foundation for a positive mind. Journaling helps you process and release negative thoughts. Writing them down gives them structure, allowing you to examine and challenge them more effectively. It also provides a space to celebrate your successes, record gratitude, and set intentions. Over time, your journal becomes a record of growth and positivity, reinforcing your mental resilience. Letting go of perfectionism silences a significant source of negativity. Perfectionism creates an impossible standard, leading to constant self-criticism and fear of failure. Embrace imperfection as part of the process. Celebrate progress, not perfection, and view mistakes as opportunities to learn. This shift reduces the pressure on yourself and fosters a more positive outlook. Connection with others uplifts your mindset. Genuine relationships provide encouragement, perspective, and support during challenging times. Sharing your thoughts and feelings with trusted individuals helps release negativity and reinforces positivity. Surrounding yourself with those who believe in you and inspire you strengthens your mental fortress. Setting goals directs your thoughts toward positivity. Goals provide purpose and focus, channeling your energy into meaningful action. Break them into smaller, achievable steps to maintain momentum and celebrate each accomplishment. This forward-looking mindset shifts your attention away from negativity and toward possibilities. Forgiveness releases the weight of negative thoughts tied to past hurts. Holding on to anger or resentment keeps you tethered to pain. Forgiveness doesn't excuse the behavior, but frees you from its hold. By letting go, you create space for positivity and peace to grow. Faith in your ability to handle challenges silences doubt. Confidence isn't about knowing everything will go as planned. It's about trusting yourself to adapt and overcome. Each challenge you face builds this trust, reinforcing your ability to maintain a positive mindset, even in difficult circumstances. Creating rituals of positivity strengthens your mindset. Whether it's a morning routine, a gratitude practice, or moments of reflection, these rituals anchor you in positivity. They create a consistent foundation that supports you through ups and downs, reminding you of your power to shape your thoughts. Through intentional practice, positive thinking becomes second nature. It's not about pretending negativity doesn't exist, but about choosing not to let it control you. By cultivating a fortress of positivity, you create a space where doubt and fear lose their grip, replaced by confidence, resilience, and hope. This mindset doesn't just silence negativity, it transforms your life, allowing you to face every challenge with strength and optimism. A fortress of positive thinking fortifies the mind, but resilience is tested in the face of challenge. To prepare for life's inevitable difficulties, strength must be built proactively, not reactively. Practicing voluntary discomfort is not about seeking pain or hardship for its own sake. It's about conditioning yourself to face adversity with grace and clarity. When you intentionally step into discomfort, you teach yourself that struggle is not something to fear, but something to endure and overcome. This practice is not punishment, it's empowerment. Voluntary discomfort begins with small, deliberate actions that push you outside your comfort zone. These actions could be as simple as taking a cold shower, waking up earlier than usual, or giving up a convenience you rely on. These exercises disrupt the ease of routine, reminding you that comfort is not a necessity, but a luxury. This understanding frees you from the grip of dependency and builds confidence in your ability to handle discomfort when it arises unexpectedly. Discomfort sharpens awareness. When life flows smoothly, it's easy to become complacent, taking small blessings for granted and losing sight of your resilience. Discomfort interrupts this complacency, bringing you back to the present moment. It heightens your appreciation for what you have and reveals the strength you might otherwise overlook. This awareness is transformative, shifting your focus from what you lack to what you can endure and achieve. Practicing voluntary discomfort strengthens your discipline. It requires you to make choices that prioritize growth over ease. Whether it's committing to a challenging workout, resisting unhealthy cravings, or engaging in difficult conversations, each act of discipline reinforces your mental toughness. This habit of choosing effort over ease spills into other areas of life, preparing you to handle adversity with calm determination. Embracing discomfort also cultivates adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and challenges often appear when you least expect them. By willingly exposing yourself to discomfort, you train your mind and body to adapt quickly to new situations. This adaptability is not just about survival, it's about thriving in the face of change, finding opportunities for growth where others see only obstacles. Voluntary discomfort builds patience. Many people avoid discomfort because they want immediate relief or gratification, but resilience grows in the moments where you stay present with discomfort instead of escaping it. Learning to sit with uncertainty, frustration, or inconvenience without rushing to resolve it teaches you to trust the process. This patience becomes a valuable tool in navigating life's challenges with steadiness and confidence. Gratitude deepens through discomfort. When you voluntarily give up something you enjoy, you gain a renewed appreciation for its presence in your life. This could be as simple as fasting for a day to appreciate food more deeply, or limiting screen time to reconnect with the world around you. Gratitude shifts your mindset from entitlement to appreciation, grounding you in the abundance already present in your life. Discomfort teaches you to separate needs from wants. In a world that constantly encourages consumption and convenience, it's easy to mistake luxuries for necessities. By practicing voluntary discomfort, you learn to distinguish between what is essential and what is extra. This clarity reduces stress, simplifies decision-making, and fosters a sense of contentment that isn't tied to external circumstances. The practice also enhances your ability to manage fear. Fear thrives in the unknown, often growing larger than the challenge itself. By deliberately stepping into uncomfortable situations, you expose yourself to these fears in controlled ways. Over time, this exposure diminishes their power, teaching you that most fears are manageable and that your strength is greater than your doubts. Resilience grows through repeated exposure to discomfort. Each time you face a challenge, your capacity to handle future adversity increases. This cumulative effect creates a foundation of strength that remains unshaken even in the face of significant trials. Resilience is not an innate trait. It's a skill honed through experience, and voluntary discomfort provides a safe and intentional way to build it. Voluntary discomfort fosters humility. When you challenge yourself, you encounter your limits, reminding you that growth is an ongoing process. This humility is not about diminishing your worth, but about recognizing that there is always room to improve and learn. Humility grounds you, keeping you open to new experiences and resilient in the face of setbacks. Choosing discomfort also strengthens your focus. When you face a challenge, your mind becomes laser-focused on the task at hand, cutting through distractions. This focus extends beyond moments of discomfort, enhancing your ability to concentrate on your goals and priorities. It trains your mind to resist the pull of immediate gratification and stay committed to long-term growth. Social resilience is another benefit of practicing voluntary discomfort. Sharing challenges with others, whether through group workouts, accountability partnerships, or shared experiences, builds a sense of camaraderie and mutual support. These connections remind you that you're not alone in facing difficulty and that collective strength amplifies individual resilience. Physical challenges are a particularly effective form of voluntary discomfort. Activities like endurance exercises, cold exposure, or fasting test both your body and mind. They push you to confront limits, teaching you that discomfort is temporary and that persistence leads to growth. These practices also strengthen your connection to your body, reminding you of its capabilities and fostering a sense of empowerment. Discomfort cultivates creativity. When resources or options are limited, you're forced to think outside the box, finding innovative solutions to challenges. This mindset extends into other areas of life, teaching you to approach problems with curiosity and flexibility rather than frustration. Creativity born from discomfort becomes a valuable skill for navigating uncertainty and change. Mindfulness deepens through voluntary discomfort. When you face a challenge, you become acutely aware of your thoughts, feelings, and physical sensations. This heightened awareness fosters a deeper connection to the present moment, reducing stress and increasing your ability to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Practicing discomfort strengthens your ability to delay gratification. In a culture of instant rewards, the ability to wait for something meaningful is a rare and valuable skill. Delayed gratification builds discipline, reinforces patience, and teaches you that the most fulfilling rewards often come from sustained effort and persistence. Self-compassion grows through discomfort. When you willingly step into challenges, you learn to support and encourage yourself through difficult moments. This practice of self-compassion carries over into other areas of life, helping you navigate adversity with kindness and understanding rather than criticism or doubt. Voluntary discomfort reminds you of your resilience. Each time you face a challenge and come out stronger, you reinforce your belief in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. This confidence is not arrogance. It's a quiet assurance rooted in experience. It reminds you that strength is not about avoiding difficulty, but about rising to meet it. Through the intentional practice of discomfort, you build a foundation of mental resilience that supports you in every aspect of life. This strength isn't about denying pain or struggle. It's about transforming them into tools for growth. By stepping willingly into discomfort, you reclaim your power, expand your capabilities, and prepare yourself to face life's uncertainties with courage and grace. This is not just a practice. It's a way of living that prioritizes growth over ease, resilience over retreat, and strength over surrender. Voluntary discomfort builds resilience, but stress and chaos often strike without warning, testing the limits of your preparation. When life spirals out of control, it's not just strength that matters, but the ability to remain calm and deliberate amid the storm. Stoic philosophy offers timeless tools to navigate these moments, transforming stress into clarity and chaos into a challenge you can face with purpose. These tools are not quick fixes. They are practices that cultivate enduring inner peace and provide a steady compass in a world of uncertainty. Stress begins in the mind, often fueled by overthinking, unrealistic expectations, or the perception of being trapped. The Stoic approach to managing stress starts with a clear understanding of what is within your control. This principle, the foundation of Stoic philosophy, reminds you that external events are neutral until you assign them meaning. Stress often arises when you try to control the uncontrollable, from the actions of others to unpredictable outcomes. Shifting your focus to your own thoughts, choices, and actions puts you back in the driver's seat. Breathing is one of the simplest yet most effective Stoic tools for stress. Controlled breathing calms the nervous system, grounding you in the present moment. When chaos threatens to overwhelm, slow and deliberate breaths remind you that the storm is external, not internal. This simple practice can transform your response, reducing the intensity of stress and helping you approach challenges with a clear mind. Perspective is another Stoic tool for managing chaos. Stress often amplifies small problems, making them appear larger than they are. By stepping back and viewing the situation from a broader context, you reduce its emotional weight. Ask yourself how this moment fits into the bigger picture. Will it matter in a week, a month, or a year? This perspective not only eases stress, but also helps you focus on what truly matters. Journaling is a powerful practice for processing stress. Writing down your thoughts and feelings allows you to untangle the chaos in your mind, turning abstract worries into manageable ideas. A Stoic journal isn't just a record of events, but a space for reflection and insight. By documenting your challenges, you gain clarity, identify patterns, and discover solutions that might otherwise remain hidden. Stoics advocate for the practice of premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This involves mentally preparing for potential challenges, not to dwell on negativity, but to build resilience. By imagining possible difficulties, you rehearse your response, reducing the shock and stress when they arise. This practice also highlights the strength you already possess, reminding you that no challenge is insurmountable. Acceptance is central to the Stoic approach to stress. Fighting against reality only increases tension. Accepting what is, rather than wishing for what isn't, reduces resistance and allows you to focus on what you can change. Acceptance is not resignation. It's the choice to work with life as it is, rather than as you wish it to be. This mindset transforms chaos into an opportunity for action rather than a source of frustration. Another essential Stoic tool is reframing. Stress often comes from how you interpret events, not the events themselves. By changing your interpretation, you change your experience. For instance, a failure can be reframed as a lesson, and a challenge can be seen as a chance to grow. Reframing doesn't ignore the difficulty, but shifts your focus from loss to opportunity, from despair to possibility. Gratitude is a counterbalance to stress. Focusing on what you have rather than what you lack reduces the emotional charge of chaos. Gratitude shifts your attention to the positive aspects of your life, grounding you in a sense of abundance. Even in the midst of difficulty, there is always something to appreciate. A small moment of kindness, a lesson learned, or the strength to keep going. Stoics emphasize the importance of daily reflection as a tool for managing stress. At the end of each day, review your actions, thoughts, and experiences. Reflect on what went well, what could be improved, and how you handled challenges. This practice provides valuable insights, reinforcing positive habits and identifying areas for growth. Reflection is not about self-criticism, but about learning and preparing for the future. Mindfulness complements Stoic practices, helping you stay present rather than being pulled into the chaos of the past or future. Stress often arises from reliving past mistakes or fearing future uncertainties. Mindfulness anchors you in the moment, where your power to act resides. By focusing on the present, you reduce the grip of stress and create space for intentional action. Stoics also teach the value of voluntary isolation from external distractions. In times of chaos, stepping back from the noise allows you to reset and regain clarity. This doesn't mean withdrawing permanently, but creating intentional moments of solitude to reflect, recalibrate, and find your center. Solitude strengthens your ability to navigate chaos with composure. Action is a powerful antidote to stress. In moments of overwhelm, the mind often freezes, cycling through endless what-ifs. Taking even small steps forward breaks this cycle, redirecting your energy from worry to progress. Action reinforces your sense of agency, reminding you that even in chaos, you have the power to influence your path. Community plays a vital role in managing stress. Stoics understood the importance of connection, emphasizing the strength found in shared resilience. Seeking support from trusted friends, mentors, or loved ones provides perspective and encouragement. Stress isolates, but community reminds you that you're not alone and that collective strength is greater than individual struggle. Rest and recovery are essential Stoic tools for overcoming chaos. Constant stress depletes your mental and physical resources, making it harder to respond effectively. Prioritizing rest, whether through sleep, quiet moments or restorative activities replenishes your energy and strengthens your ability to face challenges. Rest is not avoidance, it's preparation. Courage is another hallmark of Stoic resilience. Chaos often brings fear, but courage teaches you to act despite it. Each act of bravery, no matter how small, strengthens your confidence and reduces the power of stress. Courage isn't about eliminating fear, but about choosing to move forward in its presence. Stoic detachment provides a final layer of protection against stress. By recognizing that many external events are beyond your control, you free yourself from their emotional grip. Detachment doesn't mean indifference. It means engaging with life from a place of balance rather than reaction. This perspective allows you to navigate chaos without being consumed by it. Stress and chaos are inevitable, but they don't have to define your experience. Through the practical tools of Stoic philosophy, you can transform these challenges into opportunities for growth and clarity. These practices remind you that while the world may be unpredictable, your inner strength is constant. By embracing these tools, you build a life of resilience, purpose, and peace, no matter what storms arise. Stoic tools transform chaos into clarity, but there is one element that binds these practices into lasting strength: patience. Patience is not merely the ability to wait, it is the art of enduring with grace and purpose. It is the silent force that tempers impulsive reactions, nurtures resilience, and allows time to work in your favor. Building an indomitable mind requires patience, not just as a virtue, but as a deliberate practice. Patience begins with trust. Trust in yourself, the process, and the timing of life. When you rush through challenges, seeking immediate results, you miss the opportunity to learn and grow from the experience. Patience reminds you that progress is not always visible, but is happening nonetheless. Trusting the process means accepting that growth often takes place beneath the surface, beyond the reach of immediate gratification. A patient mind resists the pull of urgency. Modern life constantly demands speed, convincing you that faster is always better. However, rushing often leads to mistakes, stress, and incomplete solutions. Patience slows the pace, allowing you to approach tasks with care and intention. It creates the space needed for thoughtful action, reducing the likelihood of missteps and regrets. Patience also fosters clarity. When emotions run high, the instinct is often to act quickly to relieve discomfort. However, impulsive decisions made in moments of stress can lead to greater chaos. Patience provides the pause necessary to assess the situation fully, consider your options, and choose a course of action aligned with your values and goals. This clarity not only reduces stress, but also strengthens your confidence in your ability to navigate challenges. Endurance is a natural outcome of practicing patience. Challenges rarely resolve themselves immediately, and the ability to persist through difficulty without losing hope is a hallmark of strength. Patience teaches you to stay the course, even when progress feels slow or setbacks arise. Each moment of endurance builds resilience, reinforcing your belief in your ability to overcome adversity. Patience transforms setbacks into stepping stones. When faced with a challenge, it's easy to become disheartened if results don't come quickly. However, patience allows you to view setbacks as temporary and opportunities as ongoing. This perspective shifts your focus from what went wrong to what can be learned and improved. It is through this lens that failure becomes a teacher rather than an end. Gratitude deepens through patience. When you rush through life, it's easy to overlook the small victories and blessings along the way. Patience slows you down, giving you time to recognize and appreciate what is already present. This shift from seeking to savoring fosters a sense of contentment and abundance, reducing the stress that often accompanies impatience. Patience also enhances relationships. Interacting with others often requires navigating differing perspectives, expectations, and timelines. Impatience can strain these interactions, leading to frustration and conflict. Patience, on the other hand, creates space for understanding, empathy, and compromise. It allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, strengthening connections and fostering harmony. A patient mind embraces the concept of delayed gratification. In a world of instant rewards, the ability to wait for something meaningful is a rare and valuable skill. Patience teaches you that the most fulfilling achievements often require time, effort, and perseverance. By delaying gratification, you cultivate discipline, reinforcing your ability to prioritize long-term growth over short-term comfort. Patience also nurtures creativity. When you're in a rush, your mind often defaults to familiar solutions, missing opportunities for innovation. Patience allows you to sit with a problem, exploring new perspectives and approaches. This willingness to take your time often leads to more effective and imaginative solutions, enriching both the process and the outcome. Mindfulness and patience go hand in hand. A patient mind is one that is fully present, not pulled into the regrets of the past or the anxieties of the future. Mindfulness anchors you in the here and now, where your power to act resides. By cultivating patience, you strengthen your ability to remain present, reducing stress and enhancing your focus. Patience is a form of strength. It takes courage to endure uncertainty, to resist the temptation to rush, and to trust in the unfolding of time. This strength is not loud or aggressive. It is quiet and steady, providing a foundation of stability even in the face of chaos. A patient mind doesn't break under pressure. It bends, adapts, and endures. Self-compassion grows through patience. When you are patient with yourself, you create space for learning, growth, and healing. You understand that progress is not always linear and that setbacks are part of the journey. This self-compassion fosters a sense of inner peace, reducing self-criticism and building confidence in your ability to move forward. Patience also enhances your ability to listen. In conversations, impatience often leads to interruption, misunderstanding, and missed opportunities for connection. Patience allows you to truly hear others, fostering deeper understanding and stronger relationships. It creates a sense of presence that others can feel, strengthening trust and communication. Patience builds trust in your decision-making. When you rush into choices, doubts often linger, eroding your confidence. Taking the time to weigh your options and consider the consequences fosters a sense of certainty in your decisions. This trust extends beyond individual choices, reinforcing your belief in your ability to navigate life's complexities with wisdom. The practice of patience also reduces fear. Fear often arises from the unknown or from the anticipation of negative outcomes. Patience teaches you to sit with uncertainty, reducing its power over you. It reminds you that fear is temporary and that clarity often emerges with time. This perspective shifts your focus from what might go wrong to what you can do in the moment. Patience creates space for growth. When you rush, you often miss the deeper lessons embedded in challenges. Patience allows you to engage fully with the process, uncovering insights and skills that would otherwise remain hidden. This engagement not only enhances your ability to handle the current situation, but also prepares you for future challenges. Patience is an act of faith. It is the belief that effort, time, and persistence will yield results, even if they are not immediately visible. This faith provides a sense of purpose and direction, reducing the frustration that often accompanies slow progress. It reminds you that growth is happening, even when it feels imperceptible. Through the deliberate practice of patience, you cultivate a mind that is steady, resilient, and focused. Patience is not just a response to life's challenges. It is a way of being that transforms how you experience the world. It allows you to move through life with grace, navigating uncertainty and adversity with confidence and calm. This strength is not temporary. It is enduring, providing a foundation for growth, connection, and purpose in every moment. Patience teaches resilience, but there is a deeper foundation that must be built to truly withstand life's challenges. The strongest mind is one that accepts itself fully, its strengths, flaws, past mistakes, and untapped potential. Radical self-acceptance is not resignation, it's liberation. It frees you from the burden of self-criticism and the endless chase for external validation. This acceptance doesn't just bring peace, it fortifies your mind, enabling you to face life with unwavering confidence and clarity. Self-acceptance begins with acknowledging your humanity. Perfection is an illusion, yet many carry the weight of unrealistic expectations. Accepting yourself means understanding that flaws, failures, and imperfections are not barriers, but stepping stones. They are proof that you are alive, growing, and trying. When you stop fighting against your own nature, you create space to work with it, turning perceived weaknesses into opportunities for growth. Radical self-acceptance requires releasing judgment. Often, the harshest criticism comes from within, rooted in comparisons to others or to unattainable ideals. Letting go of this judgment allows you to see yourself clearly, without distortion. This clarity is not about ignoring your flaws, but about understanding them. It's about recognizing that imperfection is not a flaw in your character, but a fundamental aspect of being human. Forgiveness is an essential part of self-acceptance. Many people carry guilt and regret like heavy stones, unable to move forward because they cannot forgive themselves for past mistakes. Forgiveness does not erase the past, but it lightens its weight, allowing you to carry its lessons rather than its pain. Self-forgiveness is not about excusing your actions, but about recognizing that you did the best you could with the knowledge and resources you had at the time. Self-acceptance fosters resilience by strengthening your relationship with yourself. When you accept yourself, you become your own ally rather than your own adversary. This internal support system is unshakable, providing a foundation of confidence that remains steady even when external circumstances are uncertain. Self-acceptance is not about inflating your ego, but about building an inner sense of stability and self-respect. Radical self-acceptance also involves embracing vulnerability. Many hide their true selves out of fear of judgment or rejection, creating a facade that becomes a prison. Accepting your vulnerabilities and sharing them with trusted others creates genuine connections and frees you from the exhausting need to maintain appearances. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is the courage to be seen as you are without pretense. Gratitude plays a key role in self-acceptance. Instead of focusing on what you lack or wish to change, gratitude shifts your perspective to what you already have. Appreciating your unique qualities, experiences, and abilities creates a sense of contentment that diminishes the power of self-doubt. Gratitude doesn't ignore challenges. It reframes them within the broader context of your strengths and achievements. Boundaries strengthen self-acceptance. When you value yourself, you set limits to protect your energy, time, and well-being. These boundaries are not walls, but acts of self-respect, reminding you and others of your worth. Boundaries help you focus on what aligns with your values and goals, reducing the influence of external pressures and opinions. Self-compassion is the heart of radical self-acceptance. It involves treating yourself with the kindness and understanding you would offer a close friend. Self-compassion recognizes that suffering, mistakes, and struggles are universal and that you are not alone in your experiences. This perspective reduces feelings of isolation and shame, replacing them with a sense of connection and hope. Mindfulness deepens self-acceptance by anchoring you in the present moment. Many struggle with self-acceptance because they dwell on past mistakes or fear future inadequacies. Mindfulness allows you to focus on who you are now without the weight of past regrets or future anxieties. By fully engaging with the present, you cultivate a sense of peace and acceptance that transcends circumstances. Authenticity flourishes through self-acceptance. When you embrace your true self, you no longer feel the need to conform to others' expectations or hide behind a persona. This authenticity not only strengthens your sense of self, but also attracts genuine relationships and opportunities that align with your values. Living authentically is a powerful act of self-acceptance, affirming your worth without the need for external validation. Radical self-acceptance fosters creativity and growth. When you stop fearing failure and judgment, you give yourself permission to explore, experiment, and take risks. This openness leads to new ideas, experiences, and achievements that might otherwise remain out of reach. Self-acceptance creates a safe space for growth, where mistakes are seen as learning opportunities rather than sources of shame. Self-acceptance also enhances decision-making. When you know and accept yourself, your choices are guided by your values and desires rather than by the expectations of others. This clarity reduces indecision and regret, allowing you to move forward with confidence. Self-acceptance doesn't guarantee that every decision will be perfect, but it ensures that each choice is true to you. Resilience grows through self-acceptance because it provides a stable foundation in times of adversity. When challenges arise, self-acceptance reminds you that your worth is not determined by external circumstances. This inner stability allows you to face difficulties with courage and grace, knowing that you are capable of enduring and overcoming. Practicing radical self-acceptance involves celebrating your successes, no matter how small. Many people dismiss their achievements, focusing only on what they have yet to accomplish. Celebrating your progress reinforces your belief in your abilities and motivates you to continue growing. These celebrations are not acts of arrogance, but affirmations of your effort and dedication. Radical self-acceptance also means recognizing and honoring your needs. Whether it's rest, connection, creativity, or solitude, acknowledging and meeting your needs is an act of self-respect. This practice reduces burnout and enhances your overall well-being, creating a balanced foundation from which you can thrive. By fully embracing who you are, radical self-acceptance dissolves the barriers that hold you back. It transforms self-doubt into self-trust, fear into courage, and judgment into understanding. Through this practice, you fortify your mind, creating a foundation of unshakable strength that empowers you to face life with confidence, clarity, and grace. This is not just a mindset, but a way of being that affirms your inherent worth and potential every single day. Radical self-acceptance solidifies your foundation, but the external world constantly tests that strength. Criticism and praise can feel like forces pulling you in opposing directions, one tearing at your confidence, the other inflating your ego. Staying grounded means finding balance, refusing to be swayed too far by others' opinions. It's about maintaining your sense of self, regardless of what the world projects onto you. In a life filled with voices vying for your attention, your ability to remain centered determines your clarity, peace, and resilience. The first step to staying grounded amid criticism and praise is understanding that both are reflections, not definitions. Criticism often reveals more about the critic than the one being critiqued, rooted in their perspective, insecurities, or values. Similarly, Praise reflects someone's admiration or alignment with your actions, but does not define your worth. Viewing these responses as feedback rather than truths helps you process them without internalizing their weight. Criticism provides an opportunity for growth. Dismissing all criticism as unwarranted can close the door to valuable insights, but blindly accepting it can erode your confidence. The key is discernment. Evaluate the criticism objectively. Does it highlight something you can improve? If so, embrace it as a tool for growth. If it stems from bias or misunderstanding, let it pass without attachment. This approach turns criticism into a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Praise, while uplifting, can also be a trap. Relying too heavily on external validation risks creating a dependency on others' approval. This makes your sense of self vulnerable to fluctuations in opinion. Instead of seeking praise as a measure of success, focus on internal validation. When you know you've acted in alignment with your values and goals, the presence or absence of praise becomes secondary. This self-assurance keeps you grounded and resilient. Humility acts as a stabilizer against both praise and criticism. A humble mindset doesn't deny your strengths or achievements, but recognizes that they are part of a larger journey. Humility reminds you that no one is immune to mistakes, and that every success is built on effort and support. This perspective prevents praise from inflating your ego and criticism from deflating your self-worth. Mindfulness is another powerful tool for staying grounded. When you remain present, you avoid being carried away by the emotional charge of criticism or the fleeting high of praise. Mindfulness allows you to process these experiences without reacting impulsively, creating space to respond thoughtfully. It reminds you that your worth is not tied to transient opinions, but to your consistent efforts and values. Setting clear boundaries protects your inner peace. Boundaries are not about shutting people out, but about controlling how much influence external voices have over your life. When you encounter criticism, decide how much weight it deserves and whether the source is trustworthy. Similarly, accept praise with gratitude, but avoid letting it dictate your choices. These boundaries keep you centered, ensuring that your path remains true to your goals rather than swayed by outside pressures. Gratitude provides balance amid praise. When you receive recognition, expressing gratitude redirects the focus from yourself to the effort, support, or circumstances that contributed to your success. Gratitude doesn't diminish your achievement, but frames it within a broader context, preventing arrogance and reinforcing your humility. Resilience against criticism grows when you separate your actions from your identity. Mistakes or flaws in your work do not equate to personal failure. Criticism often feels harsh because it's perceived as an attack on your character, but reframing it as feedback on a specific action or choice softens its impact. This perspective allows you to learn and adapt without taking criticism personally. Maintaining authenticity is vital in the face of praise. The desire to replicate success can lead to actions that prioritize approval over authenticity. Staying true to yourself, even when praised, ensures that your achievements align with your values and not just others' expectations. Authenticity keeps you grounded, reminding you that your worth is not tied to external recognition. Listening without attachment transforms how you engage with criticism and praise. When you listen, you gain insight into others' perspectives, but when you attach your self-worth to their opinions, you lose your center. Detachment doesn't mean indifference. It means valuing your inner voice more than external noise. This practice fosters confidence and clarity, allowing you to remain steady regardless of the feedback you receive. Practicing self-reflection enhances your ability to process criticism and praise. Regularly taking time to evaluate your actions, decisions, and growth creates a strong internal compass. When you know yourself deeply, external opinions hold less sway over your emotions. Self-reflection empowers you to view feedback as information rather than validation or condemnation. Courage strengthens your resolve against criticism. Fear of judgment can lead to avoidance or inauthenticity, but courage allows you to face criticism with an open mind and a steady heart. Each time you choose to engage with criticism constructively, you build resilience, reducing its emotional impact over time. Courage also protects against the allure of excessive praise, keeping your focus on consistent effort rather than fleeting accolades. Equanimity is the Stoic practice of maintaining balance amid extremes. Criticism and praise are two sides of the same coin. Neither defines you, but both can influence you if unchecked. Equanimity teaches you to approach both with calmness, appreciating their lessons without being overwhelmed by their weight. This practice creates a state of inner peace that is unshaken by external fluctuations. Confidence is reinforced by consistency. When you act in alignment with your values, you develop trust in yourself. This trust acts as a shield against criticism and a filter for praise. Confidence doesn't dismiss feedback, but evaluates it through the lens of your self-belief. This approach ensures that neither criticism nor praise derails your journey or diminishes your sense of purpose. Forgiveness, both of yourself and others, plays a crucial role in staying grounded. When criticized unfairly, holding on to resentment only amplifies its negative impact. Forgiving the critic doesn't excuse the behavior, but frees you from its emotional weight. Similarly, forgiving yourself for mistakes softens the sting of criticism, reminding you that growth comes from imperfection. Connection with trusted individuals offers perspective. Sharing your experiences of criticism and praise with those who know you well provides clarity and support. Trusted friends or mentors can help you discern valuable feedback from noise, reinforcing your confidence and keeping your ego in check. These relationships act as anchors, reminding you of your worth beyond external opinions. Gratitude for constructive feedback transforms your response to criticism. Recognizing its potential to foster growth shifts your perspective from defensiveness to openness. When you view feedback as a gift rather than an attack, you create opportunities to improve and strengthen your skills. Embracing impermanence provides the ultimate grounding. Both criticism and praise are temporary, often forgotten as quickly as they arise. Clinging to either prevents you from moving forward with freedom and clarity. When you accept the fleeting nature of external opinions, you free yourself to focus on what truly matters: your growth, purpose, and peace of mind. This understanding keeps you rooted in the present, navigating life's challenges and triumphs with unwavering steadiness. Criticism and praise teach balance, but clarity of mind is rooted in understanding oneself deeply. Daily reflection offers this clarity, providing a quiet space to untangle thoughts, process experiences, and align actions with values. This practice is not a luxury, it's a necessity in a world full of noise and distraction. Through reflection, you reconnect with your inner voice, refine your decisions, and prepare for each new day with intention and purpose. Reflection begins with stillness. In the rush of daily life, finding a moment to pause can feel impossible, but stillness creates the mental space needed for clarity. It allows you to step back from the constant stream of tasks, emotions, and decisions, creating an opportunity to observe rather than react. Stillness isn't about doing nothing. It's about being fully present, tuning into your thoughts without judgment. The habit of daily reflection starts small. It doesn't require hours of solitude or elaborate rituals. A few minutes at the start or end of your day can make a profound difference. This time is an opportunity to ask meaningful questions. What went well today? What could I have done differently? How do I feel about my actions and decisions? These questions guide your reflection, turning it into a purposeful practice. Clarity emerges through observation. Reflection helps you notice patterns in your behavior, thoughts, and emotions that might otherwise go unnoticed. It reveals the triggers behind your reactions and the motivations driving your choices. By observing without judgment, you gain insight into your habits and tendencies, empowering you to make conscious adjustments that align with your values. Daily reflection fosters gratitude. In the rush to achieve and improve, it's easy to overlook the good in your life. Taking time to reflect on moments of kindness, progress, or joy shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's present. Gratitude not only enhances your mood, but also strengthens your resilience, providing a foundation of positivity that supports you through challenges. Self-awareness grows through reflection. Many people go through life on autopilot, reacting to circumstances without understanding why. Reflection breaks this cycle, helping you connect with your deeper self. It encourages you to examine your beliefs, values, and goals, creating a clearer sense of identity. This self-awareness enhances your confidence, decision-making, and relationships, grounding you in a strong sense of purpose. Reflection also highlights areas for growth. By reviewing your actions and choices, you identify mistakes or missed opportunities without harsh self-criticism. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, reflection encourages you to focus on what you can learn and how you can improve. This mindset transforms challenges into stepping stones, fostering a sense of progress and empowerment. Emotional regulation is another benefit of daily reflection. Emotions often feel overwhelming in the moment, clouding judgment and fueling impulsive reactions. Reflection provides a space to process these emotions calmly, understanding their origins and impact. This understanding reduces their intensity, allowing you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Reflection enhances decision-making. When faced with choices, it's easy to become overwhelmed by options or swayed by external influences. Daily reflection clarifies your priorities, aligning your decisions with your long-term goals and values. This clarity reduces indecision and regret, helping you move forward with confidence and purpose. Mindfulness deepens through reflection. By focusing on your thoughts and experiences, you practice being fully present. This mindfulness extends beyond your reflection time, enhancing your ability to stay grounded throughout the day. It creates a sense of calm and control, reducing stress and increasing your capacity to handle challenges. Reflection also nurtures creativity. When you pause to examine your thoughts, you open the door to new perspectives and ideas. It's often in moments of quiet contemplation that solutions to problems or innovative ideas emerge. This creative energy enriches your work, relationships, and personal growth, expanding your possibilities. Consistency is key to developing the habit of reflection. Like any skill, it becomes easier and more effective with practice. Starting with just a few minutes each day builds momentum, reinforcing the habit over time. Consistency transforms reflection from a task into a natural part of your routine, seamlessly integrating it into your life. Journaling enhances the reflection process. Writing down your thoughts creates a tangible record of your experiences, providing clarity and focus. It also allows you to track your growth over time, noticing patterns and progress that might otherwise go unnoticed. A journal becomes a mirror, reflecting your inner world and helping you understand yourself more deeply. Reflection fosters self-compassion. By taking time to review your day, you acknowledge both your efforts and imperfections. This acknowledgement reduces self-criticism, replacing it with understanding and encouragement. Self-compassion strengthens your resilience, helping you navigate challenges with kindness toward yourself. Reflection also strengthens relationships. By examining your interactions with others, you identify areas where you can improve communication, empathy, or support. This awareness deepens your connections, fostering trust and understanding. Reflection isn't just about self-improvement, it's about enhancing the quality of your relationships and the positive impact you have on others. Gratitude often emerges naturally through reflection. When you pause to consider your day, you're reminded of the moments that brought joy, comfort, or connection. This gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present, cultivating a sense of abundance and contentment. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a perspective that enriches your life. Reflection reinforces resilience. By processing your experiences regularly, you build a mental framework that supports you through adversity. It helps you recognize your strengths, celebrate your progress, and learn from setbacks. This resilience isn't about avoiding challenges, but about approaching them with confidence and clarity. Reflection is an act of self-respect. Taking time to examine your thoughts, actions, and emotions shows that you value your growth and well-being. It's a commitment to yourself, a recognition that your inner life deserves attention and care. This practice strengthens your relationship with yourself, creating a foundation of trust and self-worth. Through daily reflection, you develop a habit that transforms your life. It's not just about understanding your past, but about shaping your future. Reflection provides the clarity, insight, and direction needed to navigate life with purpose and grace. It's a quiet but powerful practice, offering a steady anchor in a world of constant change. By committing to this habit, you create a path of continuous growth, self-discovery, and resilience. Daily reflection brings clarity, but some truths uncovered in that quiet space are difficult to face. One of the hardest lessons is realizing how much of life lies outside your control. Holding on to the illusion of control creates frustration, stress, and an endless cycle of worry. The courage to let go of what you cannot control is not a sign of weakness. It is a profound act of strength. It frees you to focus on what truly matters, empowering you to move through life with greater clarity and peace. Letting go begins with acceptance. Struggling against reality only deepens the pain. Accepting that some things are beyond your influence allows you to redirect your energy to areas where you can make a difference. This isn't resignation, but the recognition of limits. Acceptance shifts your focus from resistance to understanding, creating a pathway toward clarity and purpose. Understanding the difference between influence and control is key. Influence is the ability to affect outcomes indirectly through your actions, while control implies direct command. Most situations fall under the realm of influence rather than control. When you accept this distinction, you stop exhausting yourself trying to force results and instead focus on doing your best within your sphere of influence. Letting go requires trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, and trust in the unpredictability of life. It means believing that even when things don't go as planned, you have the resilience to adapt and move forward. This trust replaces the fear of uncertainty with a sense of possibility, reminding you that not knowing the outcome doesn't mean it will be unfavorable. Releasing control opens the door to freedom. When you let go of the need to micromanage every detail, you create space for life to unfold naturally. This freedom doesn't mean abandoning responsibility, but recognizing when to step back and allow things to take their course. It reduces the mental and emotional burden of constant vigilance, replacing it with a sense of ease and flow. Letting go involves addressing fear. Much of the need for control stems from fear. fear of failure, loss, or the unknown. Facing these fears directly diminishes their power. By acknowledging their presence and choosing to act despite them, you build the courage to release what is beyond your grasp. This courage strengthens your ability to navigate uncertainty with confidence. The act of letting go fosters resilience. Life's unpredictability can feel overwhelming, but when you release the need to control everything, you discover your capacity to adapt. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulty, but about bouncing back from it. Letting go allows you to respond to challenges with clarity and composure, rather than being paralyzed by the need for control. Gratitude supports the process of letting go. When you focus on what you have, rather than what you fear losing, you reduce the emotional grip of uncertainty. Gratitude shifts your attention to the present moment, reminding you of the abundance in your life. This perspective weakens the need to cling tightly to outcomes, fostering a sense of peace and contentment. Letting go enhances your relationships. The need to control others often leads to tension and conflict. When you release this need, you create space for trust, respect, and authentic connection. Letting go doesn't mean disengaging, but allowing others to make their own choices while offering support and understanding. This approach strengthens bonds and reduces unnecessary friction. Self-compassion is vital when learning to let go. The process can be uncomfortable and filled with moments of doubt. Treating yourself with kindness during these times reinforces your resolve. Self-compassion reminds you that letting go is a journey, not an instant transformation. It encourages patience and perseverance, helping you navigate the discomfort of change. Releasing control invites creativity. When you're not fixated on specific outcomes, you open yourself to new possibilities and perspectives. This flexibility often leads to innovative solutions and unexpected opportunities. Creativity thrives in the absence of rigid expectations, allowing you to explore paths you might not have considered before. Mindfulness deepens the practice of letting go. By staying present, you reduce the pull of past regrets and future anxieties. Mindfulness anchors you in the here and now, where your actions have the most impact. It teaches you to appreciate each moment as it is, without needing to force it into a specific shape. Letting go strengthens your ability to adapt. Life rarely unfolds according to plan, and clinging to rigid expectations only increases frustration. When you release control, you become more flexible, able to adjust your course as circumstances change. This adaptability is a source of strength, allowing you to thrive in an ever-changing world. The act of letting go builds trust in others. Trying to control every aspect of a situation often signals a lack of confidence in those around you. By releasing this need, you empower others to contribute and grow. Trusting others not only strengthens your relationships, but also reduces the pressure you place on yourself. Letting go teaches patience. The need for immediate results often drives the desire for control, but patience reminds you that some things take time to unfold. Trusting the process and allowing events to develop naturally fosters a sense of calm. Patience is not passive. It is an active choice to wait with purpose and confidence. Forgiveness plays a role in letting go. Holding on to grudges or unresolved conflicts keeps you tethered to the past, draining your energy and focus. Forgiveness doesn't condone harmful actions, but frees you from their emotional weight. It allows you to move forward without being burdened by what cannot be changed. Releasing control nurtures humility. Recognizing that you don't have all the answers fosters a sense of openness and curiosity. Humility allows you to learn from others and adapt to new information, strengthening your ability to navigate life's complexities. It reminds you that control is not a measure of strength, but of understanding your role within a larger context. The courage to let go also fosters inner peace. Clinging to control creates tension, while releasing it brings relief. This peace doesn't mean the absence of challenges, but the presence of calm amid them. It's the understanding that you can face uncertainty without being consumed by it. Letting go is a practice of freedom. It liberates you from the constant need to manage, fix, or predict everything. This freedom doesn't mean passivity, but choosing where to focus your energy and attention. By letting go, you reclaim your power to act with intention and clarity. Through the courage to let go, you discover that life's unpredictability is not something to fear, but to embrace. It teaches you that control is often an illusion, and the real strength lies in your ability to adapt, trust, and thrive in the face of uncertainty. Letting go is not the end of effort. It is the beginning of wisdom. It is a reminder that while you cannot control everything, you can always choose how to respond. In this choice lies your true power. Letting go of what you cannot control creates space for clarity and peace, but what fills that space shapes your resilience. Gratitude has the power to transform even the most difficult moments into sources of strength. It shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from fear to appreciation, and from despair to hope. Gratitude isn't just a fleeting feeling. It's a practice that fortifies your mind, creating a shield against mental weakness and uncertainty. Gratitude begins with awareness. It requires you to pause and notice what is already good in your life, no matter how small or ordinary. In the rush of daily challenges, these blessings often go unnoticed, buried beneath worries and distractions. Taking time to reflect on what you have rather than what you lack rewires your perspective. This shift is not about denying difficulties, but about balancing them with recognition of the positive. Practicing gratitude trains your mind to see opportunities within challenges. When faced with setbacks, gratitude encourages you to look for lessons or silver linings. This mindset doesn't erase hardship, but transforms how you experience it. Every difficulty carries a potential gift, whether it's the strength you gain, the knowledge you acquire, or the relationships that deepen through shared struggle. Gratitude helps you uncover these gifts, turning adversity into a catalyst for growth. Gratitude also fosters humility. It reminds you that no achievement, comfort, or joy is entirely self-made. Acknowledging the support, opportunities, and circumstances that contribute to your life grounds you in a sense of connection and interdependence. This humility strengthens your relationships and reduces the isolation that often accompanies self-reliance. It encourages collaboration, empathy, and a recognition of the value others bring to your life. The act of expressing gratitude amplifies its effects. Whether through a kind word, a handwritten note, or a moment of shared appreciation, expressing gratitude strengthens bonds and spreads positivity. This practice not only enhances your relationships, but also reinforces your own sense of abundance. Gratitude, when shared, becomes a source of mutual uplift, building a supportive environment that nurtures resilience. Gratitude enhances emotional resilience by shifting your focus away from negativity. When life feels overwhelming, it's easy to spiral into patterns of complaint, blame, or self-pity. Gratitude disrupts these patterns, redirecting your thoughts toward what is working, what is meaningful, and what is hopeful. This redirection doesn't ignore pain, but integrates it into a broader perspective that fosters healing and renewal. By cultivating gratitude, you build mental discipline. The mind often gravitates toward what's missing, what's wrong, or what could go wrong. Gratitude is a deliberate choice to redirect this focus, requiring consistent effort and intention. Over time, this discipline becomes second nature, strengthening your ability to navigate challenges with grace and composure. Gratitude also supports physical and mental well-being. Studies show that practicing gratitude can lower stress, reduce anxiety, and improve sleep. These benefits arise because gratitude calms the nervous system, reducing the fight-or-flight response triggered by stress. When your mind is rooted in appreciation, your body follows, creating a sense of balance and vitality that enhances your overall resilience. Gratitude deepens self-awareness. Reflecting on what you're thankful for reveals what you value most. This awareness helps you align your actions and decisions with your priorities, reducing inner conflict and increasing your sense of purpose. Gratitude clarifies what truly matters, freeing you from distractions and guiding you toward meaningful goals. The practice of gratitude strengthens your ability to cope with uncertainty. In times of change or upheaval, gratitude anchors you to what remains steady. It reminds you that even in the midst of chaos, there are constants to rely on, whether it's the support of loved ones, the lessons of past experiences, or your own inner strength. This anchor provides stability, reducing fear and enhancing your capacity to adapt. Gratitude fosters a mindset of abundance. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you cultivate a sense of sufficiency and satisfaction. This mindset counters feelings of envy, scarcity, or inadequacy, replacing them with contentment and generosity. Abundance doesn't mean having everything. It means recognizing that what you have is enough. Gratitude also enhances creativity. When your mind is rooted in appreciation, it becomes more open to possibilities and solutions. Gratitude reduces the mental clutter of doubt and worry, freeing your energy for innovation and exploration. This openness leads to new ideas, perspectives, and approaches, enriching both your personal and professional life. Practicing gratitude nurtures patience. It teaches you to appreciate the journey rather than fixating solely on the destination. Gratitude for small steps and incremental progress builds momentum and reduces frustration. This patience becomes a powerful tool, allowing you to navigate long-term challenges with steadiness and optimism. Gratitude connects you to the present moment. It shifts your focus from past regrets or future anxieties to the here and now. By appreciating what is present, you ground yourself in reality, reducing the mental strain of living outside the moment. This connection to the present fosters peace, clarity, and a sense of fulfillment. By integrating gratitude into your daily routine, you create a habit that transforms your mindset. Whether it's through journaling, verbal expressions, or quiet reflection, regular gratitude practices reinforce your mental strength. This consistency builds a reservoir of positivity that you can draw upon during difficult times, providing a buffer against stress and negativity. Gratitude encourages generosity. When you recognize and appreciate the abundance in your life, you're more likely to share it with others. This generosity creates a ripple effect, spreading positivity and strengthening your community. Gratitude and generosity feed each other, creating a cycle of uplift that benefits both you and those around you. Letting go of expectations is another way gratitude strengthens your mind. When you release the need for outcomes to unfold in specific ways, you open yourself to appreciating what is, rather than longing for what could be. This acceptance reduces disappointment and increases your ability to find joy in unexpected outcomes. Gratitude builds trust in life's process. It reminds you that even when things don't go as planned, there are still reasons to be thankful. This trust reduces fear and enhances your ability to navigate uncertainty with confidence. Gratitude doesn't promise that everything will be perfect, but it assures you that there is always something worthwhile to hold on to. By harnessing gratitude as a shield, you create a mindset that thrives on appreciation rather than fear. Gratitude is not a passive feeling, but an active choice, a tool for transforming your perspective, strengthening your resilience, and enriching your life. It shields you from the negativity that weakens the mind, replacing it with a sense of hope, purpose, and connection. In every moment, gratitude offers a path towards strength and clarity, empowering you to face life's challenges with grace and courage. Gratitude strengthens your inner world, but in the external one, you often encounter disrespect that tests your resolve. Responding to those who fail to respect you requires more than defensiveness. It calls for wisdom, composure, and strategic thinking. It's not about winning battles, but maintaining dignity and asserting your worth in ways that leave lasting impressions. Adopting attitudes that disarm disrespectful behavior protects your peace and commands quiet respect, even from those who fail to offer it initially. The first attitude that changes the dynamic with disrespectful people is calmness. Staying calm when others expect an emotional reaction creates a sense of control that throws off their intentions. Many who disrespect others rely on provocation, aiming to destabilize and dominate through conflict. When you remain calm, you deny them that power. This calmness isn't passive, it's deliberate. It communicates that you are unshaken and that their behavior doesn't define your worth. Clarity in your words and actions is equally powerful. Disrespect often thrives in confusion and misinterpretation. Speaking and acting with clarity leaves little room for manipulation or escalation. When your intentions are clear, others are forced to address you with the same level of precision. This clarity sets a standard for interactions, reducing opportunities for disrespectful behavior to take hold. Firm boundaries are another essential attitude. Boundaries signal self-respect and establish the limits of what you will tolerate. They are not about punishing others, but protecting yourself. By asserting boundaries calmly but firmly, you create a framework within which interactions must take place. This discourages disrespect, as it becomes clear that crossing those lines will not lead to the desired outcome. Humility disarms disrespect by removing the fuel that feeds ego-driven interactions. Arrogance often invites conflict, while humility diffuses it. Being humble doesn't mean diminishing your worth. It means recognizing your value without the need to boast or overpower. This humility creates a stark contrast to disrespectful behavior, exposing it for what it is, shallow and unnecessary. Empathy is a surprising yet effective response to disrespect. Many who act without respect do so out of insecurity, frustration, or pain. While it's not your responsibility to fix them, showing empathy can shift the dynamic. By addressing their underlying feelings, you remove the need for defensiveness or aggression. This approach doesn't excuse their behavior, but transforms the interaction into an opportunity for understanding. Confidence quietly demands respect. When you carry yourself with self-assurance, you communicate that you know your worth and expect it to be acknowledged. Confidence isn't about dominating others. It's about refusing to shrink in the face of disrespect. This attitude challenges others to rise to your level rather than dragging you down to theirs. Listening actively, even when faced with disrespect, can turn the situation around. Many people feel unheard, and their disrespect stems from a desire to assert themselves. By truly listening, you address the root of their frustration. This doesn't mean agreeing with or condoning their behavior, but it shows that you value communication over conflict. Listening often diffuses tension and opens the door to more respectful interactions. Patience is another disarming attitude. Disrespectful behavior often seeks an immediate reaction, but patience robs it of its power. By refusing to rush into defensive or retaliatory responses, you maintain control of the situation. Patience also allows you to choose your words and actions carefully, ensuring that your response reflects your values rather than your emotions. Detachment is a Stoic principle that proves invaluable in the face of disrespect. When you detach from the opinions and actions of others, you free yourself from their control. Disrespect loses its sting when you recognize that it says more about the other person than about you. Detachment allows you to respond from a place of strength rather than reacting out of vulnerability. Consistency in your behavior and values commands respect over time. People may test your boundaries or challenge your confidence, but when you consistently uphold your principles, they learn that you cannot be swayed or undermined. This consistency creates a foundation of trust and reliability, even in difficult interactions. Choosing silence strategically is a powerful attitude. Not every instance of disrespect requires a response. Sometimes, silence speaks louder than words, signaling that you won't engage in petty or unproductive exchanges. Silence is not avoidance. It's a deliberate choice to preserve your energy and focus on what truly matters. It creates space for others to reflect on their behavior without the distraction of a heated argument. Forgiveness disarms disrespect by breaking the cycle of negativity. Holding on to resentment only prolongs the impact of disrespectful actions. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or excusing what happened. It means freeing yourself from its hold. By letting go, you regain your peace and show that your strength lies in your ability to rise above, rather than sink to the level of disrespect. Gratitude for the lessons that come with difficult interactions transforms how you view disrespect. Every challenge provides an opportunity to grow, refine your character, and strengthen your resolve. Gratitude shifts your focus from the pain of the moment to the growth it fosters. This attitude ensures that even the most challenging encounters serve a purpose in your journey. These attitudes, when practiced consistently, create a fortress of respect and composure. They remind you that your worth is not determined by how others treat you, but by how you choose to respond. Disarming disrespect doesn't mean avoiding conflict. It means approaching it with wisdom, grace, and strength. These principles not only protect your peace, but also elevate the quality of your interactions, leaving a lasting impression of dignity and resilience. Mastering the attitudes that disarm disrespect sets a foundation for commanding respect, but there's a deeper transformation that can occur when your actions and mindset embody unshakable value. Those who once overlooked you may find themselves drawn to what they failed to see: your inherent strength, calm confidence, and unwavering self-respect. This shift doesn't rely on manipulation or demands. It's a natural consequence of living with purpose and clarity. When you hold your ground and prioritize self-worth, you create a presence that cannot be ignored. The first step in this transformation is focusing entirely on your own growth. Those who undervalue you often do so because they view you through their own limited perspective. By turning your energy inward, you cultivate qualities that naturally attract attention: discipline, integrity, and a clear sense of direction. Growth doesn't require validation from others, but its impact is undeniable. When you commit to improving yourself, others are drawn to your progress, often realizing belatedly what they failed to appreciate. Confidence, rooted in self-awareness, becomes your most magnetic quality. True confidence isn't loud or overbearing. It's a quiet assurance that speaks through your actions. When you stop seeking approval and begin acting in alignment with your values, you send a clear message. Your worth is not dependent on external validation. This self-assuredness creates curiosity in those who once overlooked you, as they begin to notice the strength that sets you apart. Boundaries are another powerful tool for redefining how others perceive you. When you set and maintain firm boundaries, you signal that your time, energy, and emotions are valuable. People who previously took you for granted often begin to reevaluate their behavior when they realize access to you is not guaranteed. Boundaries are not about creating distance for the sake of it, but about protecting your well-being and ensuring mutual respect. Patience is crucial in this process. Changing how others perceive you doesn't happen overnight, and it's not always immediate or obvious. Patience allows you to stay the course, focusing on your own growth rather than seeking instant results. This steady persistence demonstrates that you are not swayed by fleeting opinions or temporary slights, further reinforcing your strength and independence. Emotional detachment transforms how others respond to you. When you let go of the need to be valued by specific people, you free yourself from their influence. This detachment creates a paradoxical effect. By no longer chasing their validation, you become more intriguing and compelling. People often value what they cannot easily possess, and your independence underscores your uniqueness. Gratitude for the experience of being undervalued shifts the dynamic entirely. Instead of resenting those who didn't see your worth, you use their oversight as fuel for growth and clarity. Gratitude allows you to transform rejection into redirection, focusing on building a life that aligns with your values and aspirations. This shift in perspective is powerful as it turns past pain into present strength, subtly signaling to others that their lack of recognition only strengthened your resolve. Authenticity becomes your strongest asset. Many people undervalue others because they fail to see their true selves. By living authentically, you create a clear and undeniable picture of who you are. Authenticity is magnetic because it's rare. In a world of pretense, being unapologetically yourself stands out. Those who once underestimated you often find themselves drawn to the clarity and honesty of your presence. Consistency is the foundation of respect and attention. While some may initially dismiss your efforts or character, remaining consistent in your values, actions, and goals creates a lasting impression. People often undervalue what they don't fully understand or what they believe is fleeting. Consistency over time proves them wrong, showing that your worth is enduring and undeniable. Letting go of resentment clears the way for transformation. Holding on to anger or frustration over being undervalued only ties you to the past. Releasing these emotions frees your energy for growth and self-improvement. This shift not only benefits you, but also changes how others see you. When you're no longer burdened by bitterness, your confidence and composure shine through, making you more compelling. Focus on building meaningful connections with those who value you. Instead of dwelling on those who failed to see your worth, invest your energy in relationships that uplift and support you. These connections reinforce your sense of self-worth, creating a network of mutual respect and admiration. Over time, those who didn't value you often take notice of the positive energy and support surrounding you, sparking curiosity and reflection. Mastery of your emotions strengthens your presence. People who undervalue others often expect emotional reactions that confirm their assumptions. By remaining composed and deliberate, you challenge their expectations. This composure demonstrates strength and self-control, leaving a lasting impression of confidence and resilience. Over time, this attitude often prompts a shift in how they perceive and interact with you. Purpose-driven living is the ultimate magnet for attention and respect. When you channel your energy into meaningful pursuits, you radiate a sense of direction and determination that others can't help but notice. Living with purpose creates an aura of significance, reminding others that you are not defined by their recognition, but by your own commitment to growth and contribution. Forging your path with integrity sends a clear message to those who once underestimated you. Integrity is unshakable. It reflects a commitment to your principles regardless of external validation. Over time, people recognize and respect this unwavering strength, often reconsidering their initial judgments. Integrity is not just about earning respect, but about embodying the values that make you unshakable. This transformation is not about making others obsessed with you in a superficial sense. It's about creating a life so aligned with your values, growth, and authenticity that those who once overlooked you are drawn to the strength and clarity they failed to see. This shift is a byproduct of living fully and unapologetically, a testament to the power of self-respect, purpose, and unwavering commitment to your own journey. Living authentically and reclaiming your worth creates strength, but life's challenges can still take a toll. Recovery is not just about healing, it's about rediscovering your vitality, re-establishing clarity, and rebuilding resilience. The path to recovery is both deeply personal and universally challenging, requiring discipline, perspective, and courage. Whether the struggle stems from setbacks, emotional hardship, or burnout, the process of recovery is a journey toward wholeness. The first step to recovery is acknowledgement. Avoiding or suppressing pain only prolongs its hold over you. Recovery begins when you face the truth of what has happened and how it has affected you. This acknowledgement is not about dwelling on the hurt, but about creating a foundation of honesty. Acceptance of your circumstances, however difficult, allows you to move forward with intention rather than avoidance. Clarity is essential. Recovery requires understanding not only the surface-level challenges, but also the underlying patterns that led to them. Reflecting on what happened helps you identify habits, choices, or influences that contributed to your current state. Clarity transforms your struggle from something that feels overwhelming into something you can understand and address step by step. Discipline becomes a cornerstone in the recovery process. Often, the path to healing requires consistent effort, even when progress feels slow or invisible. Discipline means showing up for yourself daily, whether through small acts of self-care, setting boundaries, or pursuing meaningful goals. It's this steady commitment that turns intention into action, building momentum toward a stronger and healthier state. Perspective is a powerful tool in recovery. Life's difficulties often feel consuming in the moment, but zooming out allows you to see them in the broader context of your journey. Challenges are not permanent fixtures, but temporary phases, each with the potential to teach and transform. Perspective reminds you that recovery is not just about returning to who you were, but about evolving into a version of yourself that is wiser and more resilient. Letting go of self-judgment is critical. Many people delay recovery because they blame themselves for their struggles. While accountability is important, harsh self-criticism is counterproductive. Forgiving yourself for mistakes or missteps allows you to focus on growth rather than guilt. This self-compassion reinforces your resolve, reminding you that recovery is a process, not a test of perfection. Connection with others accelerates recovery. While self-reliance is a valuable trait, the support of trusted friends, family, or mentors can provide insight, encouragement, and accountability. Recovery doesn't mean you have to navigate everything alone. Seeking help or sharing your journey with those who care about you creates a sense of solidarity that lightens the burden and strengthens your resolve. Resilience grows through small victories. Recovery often feels daunting because the end goal can seem far away. Breaking the process into manageable steps and celebrating each achievement, no matter how small, builds confidence and momentum. These victories remind you of your progress, motivating you to continue even when the journey feels long. Gratitude plays a transformative role in recovery. In times of difficulty, it's easy to focus on what's missing or lost. Gratitude shifts this perspective, helping you recognize the resources, relationships, and inner strengths that remain. By focusing on what you have rather than what you lack, gratitude creates a sense of abundance that fuels optimism and determination. Recovery also requires patience. Progress is rarely linear, and setbacks are a natural part of the process. Patience allows you to navigate these moments without losing hope or momentum. It teaches you to trust the process and to focus on consistent effort rather than immediate results. This patience becomes a source of calm, reducing the frustration that often accompanies recovery. Self-awareness deepens throughout the recovery process. Taking the time to reflect on your emotions, needs, and goals creates a stronger sense of identity. This self-awareness not only helps you address current challenges, but also prepares you to navigate future ones with greater confidence and clarity. It's through this understanding that recovery becomes a path to lasting growth, rather than a temporary fix. Adopting a growth mindset is vital for sustainable recovery. Viewing struggles as opportunities for learning and development reframes the process as one of empowerment rather than defeat. A growth mindset encourages you to focus on what you can gain from the experience, whether it's resilience, perspective, or new skills. This approach transforms recovery from a reactive process into a proactive journey towards self-improvement. Purpose provides direction and motivation in recovery. When you align your efforts with a deeper sense of meaning, every step forward feels purposeful. Purpose doesn't have to be grand. It can be as simple as focusing on personal well-being or contributing positively to your relationships. This sense of direction keeps you grounded and motivated, especially during challenging moments. Embracing change is another key aspect of recovery. Often, the circumstances or mindsets that led to difficulty require adjustment. Resistance to change prolongs struggle, while openness to it creates opportunities for transformation. Embracing change doesn't mean abandoning your identity. It means evolving in ways that support your growth and well-being. Recovery requires consistency in action. Sporadic effort rarely leads to meaningful progress. Committing to daily habits, whether it's journaling, exercise, or setting boundaries, creates a foundation of stability. These habits don't have to be monumental. Their power lies in their regularity. Over time, these small but consistent actions accumulate into significant change. Reclaiming your energy is crucial in recovery. Stress, fatigue, and overwhelm often drain your resources, leaving little room for growth. Prioritizing rest, relaxation, and activities that recharge you is not indulgence. It's necessity. Recovery thrives when your mind and body are supported, allowing you to approach challenges with renewed strength and focus. Setting clear goals helps structure the recovery process. Vague intentions can lead to confusion or inaction, while specific and achievable goals provide clarity and motivation. These goals don't have to be rigid, they can evolve as you progress. What matters is that they give you a sense of direction and a framework for measuring success. Recovery ultimately requires a balance of effort and acceptance. While action is essential, so is the ability to accept what cannot be changed. This balance allows you to focus on what is within your control, reducing frustration and increasing effectiveness. It's through this harmony that recovery becomes not just an outcome, but a way of life, an ongoing process of growth, resilience, and renewal. Recovery teaches resilience and the value of rebuilding yourself with intention, but maintaining that growth requires knowing what is non-negotiable. There are aspects of life so fundamental that giving them up, even for the sake of others, leads to losing yourself. Protecting these essential elements ensures that your inner strength remains intact, no matter the pressures or demands placed on you. Sacrificing these foundations weakens not only your resolve, but also your ability to live authentically and purposefully. The first thing you must never sacrifice is your integrity. Integrity forms the core of who you are, reflecting your principles and values. When you compromise this foundation to please others or avoid conflict, you erode your sense of self-respect. Upholding your integrity doesn't mean stubbornness. It means aligning your actions with your beliefs, even when it's difficult. This consistency builds trust with yourself and others, creating relationships and opportunities grounded in authenticity. By preserving your integrity, you ensure that your decisions and actions reflect your true self, not the expectations or desires of others. Your peace of mind is another thing you must safeguard. Sacrificing your inner calm for external validation or the approval of others often leads to stress, anxiety, and burnout. Prioritizing peace of mind means setting boundaries, managing your time wisely, and letting go of situations or relationships that disrupt your balance. It's not about avoiding challenges, but about ensuring that your mental and emotional well-being remains a priority. When you protect your peace, you approach life's difficulties with clarity and strength, making decisions that align with your long-term goals rather than short-term pressures. Self-respect is indispensable and should never be compromised. Allowing others to treat you with disrespect or consistently putting their needs above your own diminishes your sense of worth. Self-respect isn't about demanding attention or control. It's about valuing yourself enough to expect fairness and consideration in your relationships and interactions. Protecting self-respect involves speaking up when boundaries are crossed, walking away from toxic situations, and surrounding yourself with people who uplift rather than undermine you. When you maintain self-respect, you reinforce your inner strength and set a standard for how others should treat you. Your sense of purpose must also remain unyielding. Purpose gives direction and meaning to your life, guiding your choices and actions. Sacrificing your goals or aspirations for the sake of others often leads to regret and a sense of emptiness. Protecting your purpose doesn't mean ignoring the needs of those around you. It means ensuring that your contributions to others are aligned with your own vision and values. This balance allows you to support others without losing sight of your path, keeping your life grounded in intention and fulfillment. Never sacrifice your ability to grow and learn. Personal development is a lifelong journey, and compromising this growth to meet the expectations of others limits your potential. Growth often involves stepping outside of comfort zones, embracing change, and seeking opportunities that challenge you. Allowing others to hold you back from this process stifles your progress and weakens your resilience. By prioritizing growth, you ensure that your life remains dynamic and enriched, continuously evolving in ways that align with your true self. When you protect these non-negotiable aspects of your life, you create a foundation that supports both personal and relational strength. Sacrificing them may offer temporary peace or approval, but the long-term cost is a weakened sense of self and diminished fulfillment. Stoic philosophy reminds us that while compromise is a part of life, there are lines that should never be crossed. Upholding these principles ensures that you live with integrity, peace, and purpose, no matter what challenges or demands come your way. This clarity and steadfastness become your greatest source of strength, allowing you to navigate life with confidence and grace. Protecting the core elements of your life ensures you remain grounded. But what happens when someone whose attention you value chooses to ignore you? The natural response is often frustration or overcompensation, yet Stoicism offers a different path. Instead of chasing validation or altering your behavior to seek approval, attraction stems from authenticity, self-respect, and understanding the dynamics of human connection. True magnetism isn't about manipulation. It's about embodying qualities that naturally draw others toward you. The first step in attracting someone who seems indifferent is focusing inward. When someone ignores you, it can feel like a personal slight, but often it has little to do with you and everything to do with their own thoughts, distractions, or priorities. Redirecting your energy towards self-improvement not only strengthens your resilience, but also enhances the qualities that make you compelling. Building confidence, refining your passions, and living with purpose create a presence that others find impossible to ignore. Authenticity is key. Trying to mold yourself into what you think someone wants only leads to a loss of self-respect. People are drawn to those who are genuine, consistent, and unapologetically themselves. Authenticity communicates stability and self-assurance, traits that naturally pique curiosity and respect. By staying true to your values and interests, you project an energy that others are drawn to, even if they initially seem indifferent. Creating value in your own life is essential. Instead of focusing on the person who ignores you, pour your energy into pursuits that bring fulfillment and joy. Whether it's excelling in your career, deepening your relationships with others, or exploring hobbies, a well-rounded and meaningful life is inherently attractive. This approach shifts your focus from seeking attention to building a life that commands it naturally. Maintaining composure in the face of indifference speaks volumes. When someone ignores you, it's tempting to seek their attention through grand gestures or emotional appeals. However, Stoic philosophy teaches the power of restraint. Remaining calm and composed not only preserves your dignity, but also demonstrates emotional strength. People are often drawn to those who don't react impulsively, but instead exude quiet confidence. Respecting the space of the person who ignores you is another crucial step. Pushing for attention often has the opposite effect, creating resistance rather than attraction. Giving them space shows maturity and respect for their autonomy. This space doesn't mean withdrawing entirely, but allowing them the freedom to engage without pressure. Respect fosters trust, which is a foundation for meaningful connection. Patience plays a significant role in this process. Building genuine attraction takes time and cannot be rushed. While it may be uncomfortable to wait, patience demonstrates that you value authentic connection over immediate gratification. This steadiness creates an impression of reliability and depth, qualities that draw people toward you over time. Non-attachment is a transformative mindset. When you release the need for someone's attention or validation, you free yourself from the emotional hold their indifference has over you. This detachment isn't about giving up, it's about prioritizing your peace and self-worth. Paradoxically, this independence often makes you more attractive, as people are naturally drawn to those who don't rely on external validation. Communicating with clarity and purpose enhances your presence. When you do interact with the person, ensure your words and actions are meaningful rather than reactive. Speaking with intention and avoiding unnecessary drama creates an atmosphere of respect and understanding. Clear communication signals that you value their time and attention, which can encourage reciprocation. Kindness and empathy build bridges where indifference once stood. Sometimes people ignore others because they feel misunderstood or undervalued. Showing genuine care and understanding can shift their perspective. This kindness should be offered without expectation, as true empathy seeks to connect rather than to manipulate. When others feel seen and appreciated, they are more likely to respond positively. Living with purpose amplifies your magnetism. People are naturally drawn to those who have clear goals and a sense of direction. When you channel your energy into pursuits that align with your values, you create an aura of determination and focus. This purpose-driven mindset not only enriches your own life, but also makes you an inspiring presence in the lives of others. Confidence in your actions, decisions, and presence creates a strong foundation for attraction. Confidence isn't about arrogance, but about knowing your worth and expressing it through how you carry yourself. When you believe in your value, others are more likely to see it too. Confidence shows through in your posture, tone, and demeanor, sending subtle signals that you are secure in yourself. Gratitude for the connections you already have shifts your focus from lack to abundance. Instead of fixating on the person who ignores you, appreciating the relationships and opportunities in your life fosters positivity and resilience. This gratitude creates a sense of contentment that others find compelling as it radiates a calm and joyful energy. Remaining consistent in your values and behavior reinforces your integrity. People are drawn to those who are reliable and steady, especially in a world where many are easily swayed by external pressures. Consistency builds trust, and trust is a cornerstone of any meaningful connection. By staying true to yourself and maintaining your standards, you create a sense of stability that attracts others naturally. Attracting someone who ignores you is less about changing their behavior and more about refining your own. Through self-improvement, authenticity, and patience, you cultivate qualities that make you magnetic. This approach not only increases the likelihood of meaningful connections, but also ensures that any attention you receive is rooted in respect and genuine interest. Stoicism teaches that the most powerful attraction comes from within, and by embodying these principles, you create relationships that are both fulfilling and enduring. The process of cultivating meaningful connections and maintaining self-worth often meets its greatest test in moments of anger. Anger is a powerful emotion, capable of clouding judgment, straining relationships, and draining inner peace. Yet, Stoicism offers timeless wisdom to release its grip and regain clarity. By internalizing certain phrases rooted in this philosophy, you equip yourself with tools to transform anger into understanding and control, reshaping your response to life's challenges. One of the most liberating Stoic phrases is, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This phrase underscores the importance of focusing on your internal responses rather than external triggers. Anger often arises when we attempt to control what lies beyond our influence, such as the actions or words of others. By redirecting energy inward, you shift from reacting impulsively to responding with intentionality, reclaiming the power that anger attempts to steal. Another profound phrase is, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Anger can push you toward rash decisions or words that you later regret. This principle encourages a moment of pause, a reminder to align actions with values, even in moments of frustration. It reinforces the discipline to act with integrity, ensuring that anger doesn't dictate your behavior or compromise your character. First, learn the meaning of what you say, and then speak. This advice from Epictetus teaches the importance of mindful communication. Anger often tempts us to lash out without considering the weight of our words. Pausing to reflect before speaking diffuses tension and prevents unnecessary escalation. This practice not only calms the immediate situation, but also fosters better understanding and respect in the long term. Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. This phrase challenges the belief that others have the power to hurt you emotionally without your consent. Anger often stems from perceived offenses, but this perspective shifts the responsibility to your interpretation. By refusing to internalize the negativity of others, you shield yourself from unnecessary pain and frustration, maintaining your composure even in difficult interactions. How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? Marcus Aurelius reminds us that anger rarely solves the problem at hand and often creates additional ones. This perspective encourages a broader view, helping you consider the long-term impact of letting anger dictate your actions. By focusing on resolution rather than retaliation, you prioritize outcomes that align with your goals and values. Take care not to hurt others, for you may hurt yourself. This principle speaks to the interconnectedness of actions and consequences. Anger-driven behavior often damages relationships, reputations, and inner peace. By approaching conflict with the intent to understand rather than harm, you protect both yourself and others from unnecessary pain, fostering an atmosphere of respect and resolution. Time heals what reason cannot. This phrase highlights the value of patience in addressing anger. In the heat of the moment, clarity can feel elusive, but stepping back allows emotions to settle and perspective to emerge. Patience prevents impulsive reactions and provides the space needed to approach situations with reason and calm, ensuring that your responses are measured and constructive. Do not let your happiness depend on something you may lose. This wisdom from Epictetus addresses the root of many frustrations: attachment to external outcomes or possessions. Anger often arises from a sense of loss or unmet expectations. By detaching from these dependencies, you free yourself from the emotional turbulence they create, finding stability in what cannot be taken from you, your character and mindset. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. This guiding principle fosters empathy and self-discipline. While anger often focuses on the perceived faults of others, this phrase reminds you to prioritize understanding over judgment. It also encourages holding yourself to high standards of behavior, ensuring that your actions reflect strength and integrity even in challenging moments. Nature has given us one tongue, but 2 ears, so that we may hear twice as much as we speak. Listening actively, even when angry, shifts the focus from reacting to understanding. This practice helps de-escalate conflict, allowing you to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. By prioritizing listening, you gain insight into the perspectives of others, paving the way for meaningful resolution. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. This timeless advice discourages allowing anger to compromise your principles. Responding to negativity with dignity and restraint demonstrates true strength, turning potential conflict into an opportunity for growth. By refusing to stoop to the level of harmful behavior, you affirm your commitment to living by your values. Accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together. Anger often arises from resistance to circumstances or relationships that feel unfair or challenging. Embracing this phrase helps you shift from frustration to acceptance, finding peace in the reality of the present moment. Acceptance doesn't mean passivity. It means approaching life's difficulties with grace and understanding. These phrases are more than words. They are anchors of wisdom that guide you through the storm of anger. By internalizing and applying them, you transform how you engage with conflict and adversity, prioritizing clarity, composure, and understanding. In doing so, you free yourself from the hold of anger, cultivating a mindset rooted in strength and peace. This shift not only enriches your relationships, but also deepens your resilience, allowing you to face life's challenges with wisdom and grace. Building an unbreakable mind is not about never facing challenges or avoiding hardship. It's about transforming every moment, every emotion, and every setback into an opportunity for growth. Through Stoicism, you've learned to master non-reaction, simplify mental clutter, embrace discipline, turn setbacks into stepping stones, and draw strength from adversity. You've explored emotional detachment, gratitude, patience, and the art of letting go, all while fortifying your inner world against the chaos of the external one. These lessons aren't just theoretical, they are tools, sharpened by time, ready to be wielded in the battles of everyday life. As you move forward, let these teachings serve as your compass, guiding you through uncertainty and anchoring you in purpose. Strength isn't about perfection, it's about perseverance. Every choice you make to embody these principles brings you closer to a life of clarity, peace, and resilience. If this journey has sparked something within you, let's continue the conversation. Share your thoughts or your favorite Stoic lesson in the comments below. Your perspective could inspire someone else. If you found value here, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so we can continue exploring these timeless teachings together. This is more than a discussion. It's a community rooted in wisdom and strength. Let's grow, reflect, and thrive together.